Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Q for You podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Mia, aka Mia Fran, here on YouTube. Today, I have my other co-host here and a special guest. So, co-host, please introduce yourselves, and then we'll introduce our special guest.
Hello, it is me, Chantal. The YouTube's is Marshmallow.
My name is Erica Sakurarose08 on Twitter.
Okay, so we are your three co-hosts, but today we also have a special guest who got last minute. My bestest friend, Anna. Say hello.
Hi.
So,
Hello, everyone.
how are you today?
I'm good.
That's good.
Yeah.
So today's episode, or this month's episode, really, is about one of our most favoritist games in the entire world. And if you couldn't tell by the title, well, we're going to talk about Mystic Messenger. And that's one of the reasons why Anna's here, because Anna is like a Mystic Messenger expert.
I wouldn't say that, but
I think you are, because you've played it more than I have. And I've played it a bunch.
well, I'm a bit obsessive with the game. That's what it is.
Well, it's not a bit obsessive, but...
Just a little.
So... If you guys aren't familiar with Mystic Messenger, this is a Korean otome game that came out in 2016, and a lot of people really enjoyed it. A lot of people played it when it first came out, and then like it kind of died down, but right now like it's resurging. Like a lot of people are playing it for the first time.
Yeah.
Which I'm just like, okay, we picked like the best time to talk about it, I guess. Basically, the story is you play as this girl with no eyes. She has no eyes because every time you see her, like they just don't draw her with eyes. That's why I say she doesn't have eyes. She finds a mysterious app one day, gets lured into this weird apartment, and then she starts talking with the people on the app, and it turns out they're part of this organization that, like, I don't know, fundraises stuff, and you meet like a bunch of different characters, and you can fall in love with each of them. And the story kind of unfolds in each route that you play. Some are casual stories, and some are deep stories, and some are just another story, which means it's a separate timeline. That's like the basic skeleton of the game, pretty much. We're gonna go into more detail like in a little bit. Everyone's like experience with the game, so I don't know who wants to go first. Talk about like how you discovered it, I guess.
I want to hear Anna's thoughts.
Yes, go. You should do it, Anna. How did you find? Because I don't remember how you found it.
Okay. Well, Tumblr basically. I'm usually late for stuff. Tumblr, you know, I started seeing people talk about the game, and I thought, well, why don't we try it? And so I downloaded the game. Thankfully, I downloaded it when it was more stable, because when it first released around July, it was really buggy and people were complaining about like the server dying and stuff like that. But when I got it around October, it was more stable and I could play the game. Yep, I didn't sleep for like 3 months playing the game, which was fun.
Interesting. So it was Tumblr that convinced you to play it. First and foremost.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Oh, okay. So,
yeah.
Well, that's cool. I also discovered it through Tumblr, but not because of just like people talking about it. I discovered it through the memes.
The memes are great.
Through the memes specifically. Yeah. Okay, so I got into otome before I got into Mystic Messenger. And the only reason I got into Mystic Messenger is because I saw the fucking "Does Juminhan is gay" meme, but somebody did it with like parts of like season 4, I think, of otome, because you know Tokia and Jumin look similar, you know, so people were like drawing that comparison. So I was like, I don't know what this is, but it looks interesting, and this dude looks like Tokia, so I'll probably like the game. And so I downloaded the game, and I finished one route in a day because I didn't know how to play the game correctly when I first played it. So I did Yusung's route in a day because I didn't know you had to wait for the chat rooms to open, like according to the time.
Well, I had something kind of similar actually. I remember at the time I was really big into another like visual novel, BL visual novel called Dramatical Murder. And someone made a comparison with one of the characters in that game with Zen. It was kind of a meme, uh, as well, and I was like, well, he's cute, but he's not gay, which was the joke there with Sen. It was like, who are you? I'm you, but but straight, or something like that. And that's kind of like how I got into the game, basically. And I didn't know how it worked. I just saw people talking about it, tagging everything with Mr. Messenger, and then I started the game. And my first ever playthrough, I got a bad end.
Oh no.
Because I didn't know how to play the game.
See, I didn't get a bad end the first time. I got Yusung's good ending, but I just kept playing because I didn't know. Like, I just kept opening the chat rooms and using the hourglasses. Like, I literally played the whole... Yeah, because I had hourglasses. I literally played the whole game on my... Like, lying down on my bed. Like, one afternoon. So that's how I discovered the game. So, thanks to memes, Tumblr, and Utapri, I became a Mystic Messenger fan. So, Chantal, I guess you can go next.
Okay. So, the way that I discovered it was through... this girl that I watched on YouTube, her name is Meg Loves Cute, and I remember watching her video, and she was printing out pictures of Jumin and like pasting them all over her room, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then she just kind of explained that this is the game that she was playing. So I was like, okay, that looks interesting, but still not enough for me to like dive into it yet. And then that's when Aki Dearest introduced it into one of her like monthly favorites. And I was like, okay, if Aki likes it, then there's a good chance that I'm gonna like it. And I lost sleep. And then I did what everyone else was doing, and I cheated with the time. So I time jumped a lot until they finally said, you can't do that or else you're banned. And I was like, fuck. Because I think the last one that I needed was 7s. And that took me about 5 tries to get his good ending. It was a bitch.
Wow.
Oh my god. Jesus.
I know.
That's a lot.
I was determined.
See, my other thing is the only reason I kept getting the good endings is because I cheated and made sure that I got all of the guests at the party correct. That's the only way I got. That's the only way I got the good endings.
I didn't know that whenever I did Yusung's, so I was like, this isn't the same CG that I'm seeing everyone get. And that's when I learned you have to have all the guests. I was like, oh well, I guess I got to do Yusung's route again.
It's funny because I actually never, aside from that first time I got a bad end when I first played the game, I never got a normal end while playing any of the routes. Like, I always went straight into the good end, good end, good end, good end, good end. It's like, am I being lucky or what the hell happened? Because I never failed in my first playthroughs of the routes. Then when I replay the game, that's when I started going for like normal ends and bad ends and stuff like that. But my first shot, I got all the good ends.
It just, the game loves you that much.
And I didn't cheat. Or you know, or buy hourglasses or buy anything. I just
is it the only
went
thing?
through the whole thing.
Isn't the only thing you bought was Zen's calling card?
Yeah, it's the only thing I bought, and the max speed button thingy.
Yeah.
That's the only 2 things that I've bought ever in the game.
Well, I applaud you because it's hard for me not to buy things in all these fucking games.
I may have bought like $10 of hourglasses once, but
yeah. Okay, now Erica, tell us your experience. How did you? Because like you barely like just played one of the routes, I know, but like had you like heard of it or like? I know you said you started playing it once before.
I think the middle of last year, I saw it all over Twitter. I think mainly because of you, Mia. Like you were posting stuff about it all the time. I think. I said, I guess I'll try it. And then I played it, and I got to like day 5, and I got Yusung, but then I got tired of like having to keep up with the time, cause like you. I just couldn't like wait for the chat rooms to open. I didn't really buy that. I didn't buy that many hourglasses the first time around, but I just couldn't wait for the chat rooms to open because I didn't know how to play it at first.
Yeah.
So I got day 5 of Yusung's route, and I played like a couple of chat rooms of that, and then I stopped, and then I got back into it playing it for the podcast, and I played, and I did buy hourglasses.
Oh, I
so
see.
I,
Okay, so
I did.
I think especially when the Another Story routes came out, that was when I bought hourglasses because I'm like, oh fuck, I don't want to have to play like a whole route again.
My first, like when I played it the first time, I got Yusong, and then the second time I played it, I got Zen, played all that, and then I did the Other Story. I got, the Deep Root, and I got Jumin, played all that. That was interesting.
Yeah.
I played like 2 days of the Another Story, going through V, and I just kind of
Ran out of time.
just stopped.
It's all good. We're gonna talk
Not
about.
that it was boring. It's just like it wasn't boring. It was like
It's all good. We're gonna spoil all these routes anyway, so it doesn't matter. Now that we have all kind of discussed how we discovered the game, let's talk about the game itself. So, as we've mentioned, in this game, you basically have to invite guests to a party that's going to be happening at the end of 11 days. On the 5th day, that's when you branch into the different routes. So you have, you have 3 different, like, groups of stories, basically. So you have your casual route stories, which are Yusong, Zen, and Jaehee. You have your deep route stories, which are Seven and Jumin, and then you have your Another Story routes, which is Ray and V. So the V and Ray routes got added like way after, like a couple years ago actually, I think in 2018. Right?
Yeah, my kiddo was in kinder.
So like in 2018 was when those got added. I remember everyone was going freaking crazy nutso over that because it was like, oh shit, we finally get a V route.
I saw those. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. But I did see all that stuff.
Because like. At that point, everyone was like, where's the V route? We want a V route. We want to know more about V.
Yeah.
And we got it.
Oh yeah.
We got it. But it was full of pain.
It was very painful.
Yeah. Just by me playing those 2 days, I was like, oh my god.
Bruh,
I could already tell.
It gets like even Ray's route gets pretty fucking crazy, honestly.
Oh, Rays.
Oh god,
Rays.
no.
Basically, again, you go through the story for 11 days. So on the 5th day of the route, you have 4 days of like a regular route, just trying to like earn hearts for each character.
It's like
So-
beginner, right?
Yeah.
It's like a beginner, and then
Yeah.
they branch you
Yeah.
off into whoever you get.
Yeah.
The most.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
depending on how many hearts you get for each character, that's whose route you end up on. So if you get enough gray hearts, you're gonna get Zen. If you get enough green hearts, you're gonna get Yusong. If you get enough yellow hearts, you're gonna get Jaehee for the casual stories. For deep stories, if you get enough red hearts, you get Seven, and if you get enough purple hearts, you get Jumin. So depending on what answers you pick to any questions they ask you in the chat rooms, or any comments you make on whatever they say or whatever they post or share in the chat room, you can get a heart for that. And sometimes you get hourglasses too, depending on like if they really like that answer. I think that's how it works. I can't remember.
I think it's kind of like the game algorithm
Oh, okay.
that gives you an hourglass if you get enough of those special chat bubbles. I think there was a theory going around at the beginning of the game that said if you get enough of these chat bubbles, you get an hourglass, but it's really random. Sometimes I've gotten like straight into the chat room. I got hourglasses without anything.
Yeah.
Erica, you're the one who's played the game most recently out of all of us, I think. Do you remember it being kind of random getting hourglasses?
Yeah, because sometimes I would get like I would play the chat room. Sometimes I wouldn't get any. Sometimes I would get one. Sometimes I would get a couple. It's like it's just based, I guess, like you said, on what you say. I don't know, I don't know. I don't know how to explain myself, but
Yeah, get like an algorithm or something probably.
yeah, like Anna was saying, like
It's random, I guess. I mean, because people have so many theories about this game, which, I mean, holy shit. Like, there's so many, like, theories and things that I think people, which I really love about the fandom, because it's like, you have, like, the reset theory, you have, like, the Zen falls in love with you in every route theory, which is one of my personal favorites. You have, like, the...
Yes. There's the Seven loves you in every route.
Yeah, the Seven
well.
there's a Seven loves you in every route one too. So there's like a bunch of just interesting, like introspective looks into like this game.
perspectives. Yeah,
And like it's a game, but like it's so much more than that. Because that's why I really like the game, because it's not like a regular otome where like you know, I can sit and play like, you know, well, if I knew Japanese, I could sit and play an Utapri game probably like all day and finish like 3 or 4 routes probably in like a day, because I can just keep playing forever and ever and ever. But like with this game, it's like, no, you have to wait. It goes by actual time on your phone, which I don't think we've really discussed too much yet. So these chat rooms open up depending on what time it is. Like literally what time it is on your phone. That's like part of the game's settings or whatever. Mechanic, yeah, there you go. I can't talk. It's part of the game mechanic where, you know, a certain time, it's like 7:45 or something at night. Oh, you get a notification, there's a chat room open. So you go to the chat room and you can talk to the characters almost like you're actually talking to them. I really like the game because like it's how you kind of get to know these characters while you're playing as if they're really talking to you. To the point where it's like, oh, I get so excited when, like, I can't wait for the next chat room to open. Which is why, again, I played it wrong the first time because I couldn't wait and I didn't know that that's how the game worked.
The great thing about it is that if it's morning for you, it's morning in the game, and you kind of can see the characters go through their daily routines. You know, Sen's waking up in the morning, going to his rehearsals, Jimin is going to work, to the office, and you can kind of feel like this could be real people in a way, and it makes you feel more connected, I think, to the characters. And something that I really, really loved about Mystic Messenger was that it was so different from other otome games and other visual novels, in that you had like text messages and chat and calls, which was something that other games didn't have. And this sort of broke the mold and changed the standard for games. Now you see other otome games taking that model of using calls and text messages with the characters, and that was something that wasn't done before. So that was something that I really, really liked about Mystic Messenger.
Yeah, I forgot they call you in the game too. You can talk to them. You can call them and they can call you.
It's kind of innovative, kind of, for the time, I guess, that it came out eventually. Like, it just was something that was never, like, honestly, that was not really done before.
Yeah,
with that type of game.
Because I can name 2 games right now that have the same thing that I'm Chantal and I are currently playing. Mr. Love and Obey Me. They both have phone calls, and they also have text messages. And actually, Mr. Love, they have video calls too, which they like just started adding into that game. But but yeah, like now that's like a standard, I guess, for like certain otome games. Is like, oh, they can call you, you can text them.
Yeah, I know that there's a otome game for the K-pop band BTS, and it's pretty much exactly like Mystic Messenger.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it is. I don't mean I've seen it. I haven't played it myself, but I've seen like what the mechanics are. So yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, see, yeah, Mystic Messenger kind of like paved the way for those kinds of game mechanics in future otome games. Now, again, that's like the standard now, is like, oh, they have to text you and they have to call you. But I feel like that's also like a thing growing with like the times, because, you know, we all talk and text with each other on our phones all the time. Even like now, like in just like in anime in general, like they're using their smartphones a lot more than they probably did, you know.
Yeah, you can see our reality reflected in games and anime and movies and everything. So it's fun.
It is fun. Especially, man, those phone calls that they give you sometimes are just so good.
Oh, yeah. They're great. Especially the ones where you call them. Those are the best.
So, should we talk about our favorite phone calls, I guess? We can totally talk about that, since we mentioned it. Our favorite chat rooms, or like your favorite phone calls. It doesn't matter who's around, you know, whatever. But if you can remember one off the top of your head that you really enjoyed, go ahead and, like, you know, shout it out and name why you like it so much.
Okay, there's a call, a group of calls with Zen that I actually haven't gotten them all, but there's like 3 of them where if you call him like in the middle of the night, like midnight, 1 a.m., you catch him in some compromising position.
Oh my god. What? I don't think I've ever
Like-
called him at like 12
Yeah,
or 1
I mean-
a.m. Oh my god.
There's times when it sounds like he's coming out of the shower and he's wet, and he tells you that he's wet, and you know it's very and since they're like in the middle of the night, they're very suggestive.
Well, you know, everyone's an adult.
Which
in
is
this
really
game,
fun.
So.
Yeah.
So that helps.
Yeah.
That helps, but yeah, it's really fun. There's one that he sounds like he says he's been running, but it doesn't sound like he's been running.
Oh, that's right. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah,
That one was great.
If
I
you
don't
want
think
to,
that's
called
one of my
them.
faves.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever called them myself. I've gotten the calls. I just haven't called them back.
oh, okay.
No. So that's cool.
Yeah, you can call them when sometimes they don't answer, but sometimes they will.
And they cost hourglasses, so
Yeah.
sometimes you don't
Mhm.
you don't want to call them back unless you have the calling cards.
Yeah.
Mm.
Which is how I kind of know about Sen's calls, because I have the calling card for Sen, and I just bug him every time I can. I keep calling him every chat room. I'm calling him back. Sometimes he answers, sometimes he doesn't. He has really fun voicemails, I think.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Some weird, some are like he's very flirty, and he's like, if you're a cute girl, leave me a message, and then he's like, sorry to all the guys that might have called me, or something like that. I don't know. He has some really ridiculous voicemails.
That's why Zen's the best.
Yes.
Let's see. I think. Okay. I'm trying to think like favorite chat room or like favorite phone call. I can't think of any chat rooms that were my favorites, but I think my favorite phone call, out of all of the phone calls and any of the routes, I'm gonna be like really cheesy and romantic here, but my favorite phone call that you get in the game is in Zen's route when he reads you Cinderella.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god, dude, I cry every time I listen to that phone call, and sometimes I'll just look it up on YouTube and I just listen to it and like I read it, and then like just tears just come out of my eyes and I just cry for like 5 minutes because I'm like, oh my god, like he loves
That is
me.
It's such a sweet call. I love that one.
I think that one's my favorite, my absolute favorite phone call of the entire game.
I can't remember many phone calls.
I also like when he tells you like, oh, and if we have a baby, it's gonna be really cute. I'm like, oh my god, Zen, stop.
Please. Yeah. All men are wolves.
Why do all the men I like have to be associated with wolves? God damn it. I guess I have a kink. I don't know. I always just like the ones that are wolves. Chantal, do you have any favorite phone calls?
I do.
Which ones? Or which one?
So mine is the one where you call Seven, and you're like teasing him, and I think your skirt goes up, and he's just like, your skirt just went up, and I think you have like the option to like ignore it or like just tease him.
Oh my
So you say, you say, no, I don't want to. And he's just like, please, I don't think I can take it. And he's like, my nose is gonna start bleeding right now. And he's just like, you know what, I'm out.
Is that
Wow.
during Zen's route? Or not Zen, sorry, Seven's route?
Yes, it's like on day 10. It is
Oh
the
my
last
god.
one.
Oh
The
wow.
day before the party, my god.
Mm-hmm. My poor boy. He couldn't concentrate after that. And then my favorite chat. Oh my gosh, I have so many. But I think my favorite one that I always remember is just because it's so fucking hilarious. And it's during Seven's route too. Yusung and the kimchi. Especially because you know how they have like their little statuses and you click their images?
Yeah.
Yusung being like, I'm gonna slap Jumin with kimchi, just watch.
Kim just loves, yes.
And then I love Sen's reaction to that because he's like, oh, invite me over when that happens.
Yeah, he's like la 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 la. You know what? I just remembered what chat room I like the most, and it's actually is it the beginning of the game? I don't remember. It's like towards the beginning of the. I think it's in the casual route too, but it's when Seven sends a picture of his hand like holding out, and Jakey's like, "What the hell is that?" And he's like, "It's my hand. Take my hand. I'm offering you my hand. Take it."
Oh, another fun call was in Jumin's route. I don't know if you guys know which one I'm talking about. I think you call him for this one, but I think you have like the option to be like dirty of what you want him to do to you, and then he like coughs and he's like,
I want to do XXX while you XXX, and yeah, oh my god,
I love that one.
so good. One chat room there that I remember, kind of remember, but it's from another story, is one where Zen and Yusung are kind of making fun of Jimin, and I think they're together in Zen's apartment. Yusung cosplays as Jimin wearing one of Zen's wigs, and he recreates that photo of Jimin feeding the cats.
Feeding Elizabeth, and he called Elizabeth.
Elizabeth,
yeah,
third.
it's a little piece of bread. It's like a bread.
Yeah,
it's
so
so
a
funny.
little bread. That's the best. I love that one.
And like Yusung posts that as like his like picture, like his little banner picture.
He
on
uses
his profile.
at his icon, I think. Yeah,
so,
yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. Yeah, super funny. Every chat room in the April Fool's DLC, super funny. Like when Zen goes to if you guys don't, it's April Fool's Day is Zen's birthday, so they did a DLC for his birthday. But he goes to visit Yusung, and then he finds out that Yusung is an omelet.
Yeah,
omurice.
Omurice. Yeah.
And he's like, what the hell? And Jumin turns out to be a cat. Seven's made out of cardboard. Jaehee's a kettle.
And Sen becomes
turns into a bust.
Bust?
Yeah. He turns into a bust.
Yeah.
Unless you get
I thought you said bust. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, a bust.
Oh, I thought you said bust.
No, a bust.
No, a bust.
Oh, okay.
Like a statue.
He turns into a bust with a wig on it. In one of the endings. He becomes one.
In one of the endings. Oh, yeah.
And of course,
he does become one.
The saddest ending of them all is also the sweetest ending. I know, I don't.
Don't tell me.
No! Silence! No, when that DLC came out and I did that ending like 2 days after it, I was crying for like an hour after I finished it.
Me too.
Oh my god.
You know, it took me a while to get that ending. Because I think I played that DLC like a couple, like 3 or 4 times trying to, like I tried to get all the endings, but that last one was really hard for me to get because I was trying to find like a guide on how to get it. And I couldn't find one on Tumblr. It took me a long ass time to find it. And I finally got it, and oh my god, I cried like the entire time I was reading the thing and when he calls you and stuff.
Yeah.
And like I remember just crying for probably like a good few hours after that, like just like, oh my god. So every time I think about that, like I can already feel it welling up in my eyes right now that I'm gonna cry. Thinking about what he tells you. Oh my god. I screenshot like every single like part of the visual novel part at the end.
Oh no.
But anyway.
Yeah. No.
Erica, do you have any phone calls you remember or chat rooms that you thought were good or funny or whatever?
I don't have any phone calls, but I'm looking at it right now actually. The chat room in the where is it? I think it's the another story. And like you're talking with Jumin and he has like this like box of wine or something that he gets from somewhere, and then like he starts drinking and then V comes in and he starts messing with Jumin and and he's like, you're drunk. He's like, no I'm not. No, you're drunk. Go to sleep. And I was like, that was kind of funny. Like that was funny. Like,
yeah.
That was funny to me.
Yeah, I remember that one. It was a good one.
I have another chat, man.
Oh, go ahead.
Because I haven't screenshotted because, oh my gosh, the way that it aged now is hilarious. It's in Ray's route where 707 starts calling V Daddy.
Oh no!
So I'm like, that did not age well.
Gosh.
I have it screenshot. He's like, V, you're my big daddy. It hurts a lot to be
Wow.
rejected from daddy. I'm like,
That was so cringe.
Ugh.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's the best.
I have forgotten. And then they did that again in Otacon, I think. When, they had that panel and they had that live
Yeah, they had like
live thing.
a live reading where they had
Yeah.
the voice actors that were there do like a little scene, and they had the pictures up on the thing. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Speaking
And
of,
V also says he's the daddy of the Naruto.
yeah,
Ugh.
Oh my god.
he also says, "I hate you, Rika." It was so funny.
Yes. That was the best
He
part.
says, "Rika, I hate you," or "I hate you, Rika."
Yeah.
And I actually, speaking of the Otakon panel, I watched it, like to prepare for this because I was like, I've actually like never seen it, and they have some pretty interesting like tidbits because they have the creator there. She's super nice lady. She was very open, and she was just talking about how like the reason why she created the game and like the characters and everything, and it was really interesting to see how like why she created each character, because she wanted to like bring out an aspect of like their humanity into the game. It's because she knew that people there's somebody out there who feels the same way as like all these different characters, so she wanted to kind of like highlight that in terms of like their personality or their like trauma or past trauma, stuff like that. And of course after every reason why she says I made this character because, she's always like, please continue to love them, and it's just like, oh, it's so cute. But anyway, so I thought so the one thing that was interesting, like this is kind of going on a tangent, but I thought it would be fun to like tell you, because alright, so we love Haikyuu here. A lot of the voice actors in Mystic Messenger are in the Korean dub of Haikyuu.
Yeah.
Bet you didn't know that they do Korean dubs of anime. So I'm gonna tell you who all these people play, and I think you're gonna be surprised, Chantal. I saved this specifically for you because I know you'll be the most interested to know, and you'll probably laugh.
Yes.
Okay, so first off, we have Juman's voice actor. I already told you this one, but he plays Tsukishima in Haikyuu.
I still can't fucking believe that.
He played ya boy.
Oh boy.
Seven's voice actor plays Kuro in Haikyuu.
What the fuck?
Yeah. He plays Kuro in Haikyuu. He also played freaking Light in Death Note.
Whoa, wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was also fucking Sasuke in Naruto. Oh, by the way, Juman's voice actor, he plays Kyoya in Ouran High School Host Club.
What?
Yeah. See, my thing is like Zen's voice actor is not in Haikyuu, which I'm like really sad about. He's in a bunch of like shit I never watched, which I'm like, what the fuck? Why? But anyway, okay, here you go. Yu-sung's voice actor. So, he actually is the Korean voice for Deku in My Hero Academia. Which I'm like, oh, that's so
wow.
cute. Like,
That's very cute.
I know, it's so
Aw.
cute. And then, in Haikyuu, he plays Kageyama.
I can see that.
He's Kageyama in Haikyuu.
I can see that.
Oh, what?
Because he has a deeper voice
Yeah, he
in
does.
like
Wow.
Yeah.
the what was it, the Valentine's Day, and then when you hear like the little interviews in the Mystic Messenger app, his voice isn't like all cutesy and like high pitched
it's
like
like-
Yu-sung. It's like super low, and it sounds so nice.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he plays Kageyama. And then Jaehee's voice actress plays Hinata in Haikyuu.
What the fuck?
I know. Hinata's voiced by a woman in Korean. When I found that out, I was like, what the fuck? She plays Hinata, and I'm really curious to hear what that sounds like, because I'm so used to his Japanese voice. So it's just like, alright, interesting. Okay, next up we have V's voice actor. He plays Tanaka in Haikyuu, which I'm like, aight.
Okay.
He also did the Korean dub voice for Black Panther.
What?
Yeah. It's V. He even does
Oh
like
my
the
God.
even at the panel he does the like Wakanda forever.
Oh my god.
He's the voice of Black Panther in Korean.
I love him.
Also, it was really funny because during the whole panel he would say stuff in English, then he's like, okay, my English is over now.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Such a cute
Yes,
dude.
super funny.
Yeah.
Okay, and then okay, so unknown slash Ray slash Seiran. His voice actor is not in Haikyuu, but he played Tamaki in Ouran High School Host Club in the Korean dub, and he's the Korean voice of Aladdin, also apparently. So like that's cool.
Oh man.
And he's Inuyasha
Wow.
in Korean.
What?
So, you know, that's some fun facts. I know, like, what the, how are, like, more than half these voice actors in fucking Haikyuu? That's crazy.
It's wild.
It's so cool. Like, I didn't know that till I watched the panel and, like, the moderator guy was like, you guys are gonna see a lot of, Haikyuu come up in here, and everyone is like, woo! Cause, you know.
It's Haikyuu.
It's Haikyuu. Everyone likes Haikyuu.
It's Haikyuu.
We love Haikyuu in this house. We stand.
Confession, I have not seen Haikyuu.
Oh my gosh. Anna, you need to watch Haikyuu.
Anna! We need to convert her. I need to convert you.
Yeah, Chantal needs to convert you. It's so good.
Haikyuu is the volleyball one, right?
Yeah, it's a volleyball anime.
Okay. Yeah. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I haven't
It's really good.
actually watched it properly. I'll give it a shot.
You should. It's super good.
Mm-hmm. You'll love it.
Back to the main thing. I just thought that would be a fun thing because I was like, oh, we talked about Haikyuu before, so why not kind of tie it in? Because it was very funny and very surprising. Okay, so we've kind of talked about the characters, but let's go ahead and talk about the characters in the game. There's quite a few of them. So.
Yes.
Who should we start off with? Which character?
Do you
Let's
want to
go
start off
from
with, Zen, since I know that's your favorite.
Okay. If we have to. Okay, we'll start off with Zen. Okay, so I guess whenever we talk about a character, if they're your favorite, like raise your hand. I mean, you can't see it, but you know, say like, "Oh, it's my favorite." I love Zen. He is one of my ultimate husbandos. Anna, is he still your favorite character, or is V your favorite now?
It's kind of a tie, I think.
Tie.
Yeah. It's hard because they're from like the same game. If it was from different like stuff, I'd probably say yeah. It'd be easier to pick, but it's okay. The thing is, when I started playing, my first I don't know, fave at the I see V come into the chat and I'm like, I want this blue guy. And then I find out that the blue guy was not available. And then, of course, as I started playing the game, I started like seriously falling in love with Sen. But I still wanted the blue guy. And then we finally got the blue guy. And that was painful.
It is very sad.
And it was full of pain. So yeah, I suppose it's kind of like a tie between V and Sen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have Zen. He is the like romantic, flirty character in the game.
Yeah.
He's super handsome, like the most handsome man on the planet.
Oh yeah.
He's got long silvery hair, which again is another like thing I like in animated characters, I guess. 2D men. It's just like a weakness of mine at this point. He's a musical stage actor, so he has quite a bit of fans. He's pretty popular. He has a fan club. He's got like DVDs and stuff that people will buy and stuff like that. He'll have performances that sell out. But like, you know, normally he's just a normal guy. Like he not desperately, but he really wants a girlfriend.
Desperately.
Yeah, I guess he desperately wants a girlfriend. He really, really wants a girlfriend. He wants to be a good boyfriend, the best boyfriend to his girlfriend ever in the world.
Yeah.
The only reason he doesn't have a girlfriend, because you know he can get any girl he wants pretty much, is because he's working all the time and he doesn't have time. Plus, you know, he has a bunch of fans that'll probably, you know, be very not happy. It's easy with Zen to like super easily fall in love with him because he's very flirty again, and he's very sweet. He's a kind person. You know, he's a narcissist, but he's not an asshole.
Yeah.
But you know, he's a good guy. He's a sweet guy. He knows what he's talking about when he flirts with you. Kind of wins you over really easily. But I pretty much decided, I don't know, probably like a couple days into my first playthrough that I wanted him as my first route. But I didn't get him. I got Yusung because I got too many green hearts, I guess. Because I think by the time I was getting close, or by the time I got to the 5th day, the first time I ever played and it was Yusung, I was like, at that point I was trying to get Zen, but I didn't get enough hearts.
Oh my god, I just remember that happened to me. Like, I got the Baron on day 5, the Castle Route, and then I replayed, right? And I was going for Sen. I was like, I know how this works. I'm going to get this guy now because I really liked him, and I ended up getting Yusung. And I was like, damn it!
So we all got Yusung then.
We all got Yusung first, yes. I had forgotten about that.
Yeah, so I guess we all got you. Even though a lot of people say do Zen's route first.
Yeah.
Which I'm just like, oh, okay. Like, I never really...
I tried to go after Sen after I finished Yusung. So I went for Sen. So I did Yusung, Sen, and Jae. And then I followed, with Jumin and 7. In that order.
We were all... Yusung was all our first.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, Yusung. He gets around.
Damn!
So that's Zen. He's a wonderful person, and I love him very, very much. I wish he was real.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Because then I would have a boyfriend. I would probably have a boyfriend. Just kidding. Well, I have the next best thing. I have his body pillow. So
jelly.
So, I cuddle that at night, like, all the time. It's very comfortable. I guess we can move on to Yusung, since we all got him first. We got precious baby Yusung. He's a little too obsessed with his cousin, Rika, the founder of the organization. But he's a college student. He's a young guy, nice guy. He likes to game. He plays, like, the parody version of League of Legends.
Yep.
Lolol. Because in Korean they call League of Legends LOL. So yeah, they explained that in the panel. So that's why it's like, I guess it's even funnier in Korean because he called it LOL instead of just LOL. But yeah, League of Legends is LOL in Korean. So Yusung likes to play LOL like every day.
League of loneliness of life.
Yeah. Like that's pretty much all he does is just play this game and go to school and be sad about his cousin.
And no one knows what he goes to school for.
Yeah. Till you find out later.
Yeah.
But he's very sweet. I'm glad they gave him a new phone in like the most updated like menu screen.
Oh my god,
he had a flip phone for like the longest time in the game.
I forgot about that.
And now he has a smartphone.
He finally has a smartphone.
Thank God. Yusung, why? Also, he's blonde. He's not actually blonde. He just dyes his hair. But he's one of those characters that has like bobby pins in his hair. His hair is kind of like Sho's hair from Utapri.
Yeah.
Which is another reason why I played Mystic Messenger, because I'm like, oh, he got his hair. It looks like Sho's hair. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'll play the game. But Yusung was all of our first route. He's a very innocent boy, especially when you like play his route and you like flirt with him and stuff and like fall in love with him and whatever. He's very like shy about even like saying like, oh, I want to like kiss you and stuff.
It's so cute.
It's very cute.
Yeah, he's very cute.
He's
cute and sweet. And sweet and funny. And a masochist.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a masochist. That's pretty much Yusung, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Okay, next we got Jae-hee, or as everyone calls her on Twitter, Bae-hee. The only female character in this game you can get with, I guess. You get with her, but you don't get with her. It's implied.
It's implied.
It's implied that you are more than friends at the end of her route. Honestly, I feel like Jae-hee's route is my least favorite route because nothing really happens in it.
Yeah.
You basically just help her quit her job and get another one.
I mean, if they could have gone for the romance part with Jae, I think they would have done it. But I think they had to go tame with her route because of the censorship in Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, if you look at the title screen for her birthday event,
Yeah.
you can see her and MC wearing rings.
Yeah. On their ring fingers.
So-
So
On the ring fingers, so
does that tell
yep,
you
they're dating, they're married. I don't know,
they're a thing?
but they're a thing. Yeah.
They're not just friends. But Jae-hee, she's Jumin's assistant. She's always running around doing whatever Jumin tells her to do. She like barely gets any sleep. She really likes coffee, and she's a huge fangirl of Zen. She has like every DVD, every performance he's ever been in, like on DVD. She has like pictures of him like framed on her wall. And
Posters.
yeah, and somehow she manages to like keep her cool whenever she's in the chat room with him and talking with him. Because if that were me, I would not be as like chill as she is.
I mean, she's probably screaming in
Probably.
her room
Probably.
every time he comes into the chat room. He's like, "Ah, oh my god, it's Zen!" But in the chat room, she's cool.
Yeah, she's nice, you know. Again,
Yeah.
I thought her route was like pretty boring. Again, because it's just, you know, she wasn't the character I was the most interested in. But also at that point when I finally did her route, I had played Zen's route a couple times, and Jae-hee cock blocks you so many times in Zen's route. Oh my god,
Oh
it's
my
like the most
God.
annoying
Oh my
thing
god,
ever.
yes.
It's like, I had so much trouble like liking her in Zen's route the first time I played, because I'm like, why, like,
Yeah.
leave us alone? Like, why do you feel like you have so much control over like who he's in a relationship with? But it's that thing where it's like a cultural difference, like, you know.
Yeah.
Because
It's
in Korea and in Japan too, like, you know, idol culture
yeah.
is very like strict. They can't date people in public
Oh yes.
because the one, they'll get in trouble with their agencies, but two, you know, their fans will not want to be their fans anymore.
Very angry.
Yes, they'll be very upset.
Yeah.
Which is why a lot of these idols and stuff, like, they'll announce their marriage like way after it happens.
Oh yeah.
If
I-
they ever get married to somebody else.
I've seen K-pop idols getting married in secret and getting backlash for getting married in secret, and like someone found out they were married and they were like, "Oh my god, you've been lying. You're a liar. You're married." And they were like, "Yeah, sorry. I did get married and I didn't say it, but I am married." It's really harsh. It's a really harsh culture towards celebrities over there.
Yeah, where like over here, you know, we love that stuff. We love
Yeah.
when two celebrities get married to each other, or when
Mhm.
some celebrity is like, oh, they're dating someone in secret. Oh, like the paparazzi follow people all the time when they're trying to be private with each other.
Yeah. It's the complete opposite.
Yeah, because my thing, I was like, well, you know, like when I first played the game, it's like, okay, but like, you know, I'm a fan of like certain people, but like, I'm not gonna tell that person like, hey, you can't date this celebrity person because I like them and I have a crush on them and we all love them.
Yeah.
Like, you can't date them or whatever. Like, who am I to say like,
Yeah.
like, how is that my?
Yeah.
Why do they need my permission? Some person they don't fucking know
Mhm.
to be in a relationship with somebody else and get married and stuff. Like, you know. But again, it's a different culture, different way of going about things. But yeah, I did not like Jae-hee and Zen's route at all, which is why it took me a really long time to play her route.
Yeah, something that I've kind of seen people talk about and kind of I noticed that each route, like the protagonist of the route, has a sort of antagonist within the RFA. Like in Sen's route, the antagonist is sort of basically Jae-hee when she's, you know, trying to control who he dates and whatever. In Jae-hee's route, it's Jumin because he overworks her. In Jumin's route, it's I don't know, Sen because he's being really annoying about Jimin being
Like, can't
a
stay with
robot.
him.
Not,
Don't be with Jumin.
can't stay with him. Don't be with Jimin. And so you kind of have an antagonist, an opposing side of the character that you're going for in that route, and someone that is kind of against that character.
Like, Jaehee's nice. She, eventually, like, when in Zen's route, like, she is accepting. She's like, okay, it's fine. You guys can be together. But that's, like, at the very end of his route. And I'm just like, all right, well, thanks for the approval, I guess.
It takes her a while to come around.
Better late than never.
Very true.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Jaehee anybody's favorite here? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Favorite? No, but I do like her.
Yeah,
I
think
do.
She's underappreciated a lot.
I like her.
Yeah.
I just wish they gave her more
She's
shit
not.
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's underappreciated both in the game and with the fandom. People don't. She's badass. I mean,
She is.
she's
She
super badass.
She quits her job like a boss in her route. I will
Yeah.
say.
Mm-hmm.
And in the other route, she's like, I mean, Jimin wouldn't survive without her.
Yeah, no, Jimin
Let's
would
be
probably
real.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, she's super
okay.
badass.
Okay, next up we have Jumin. Is Jumin anyone's favorite here? I like Jumin. His route's all right.
No, I do. I like.
Oh,
him.
you like Jumin? Jumin's your favorite?
He's not my favorite,
Oh.
but I do like him.
Oh, you like Jumin. Okay. Who's your favorite, by the way?
Zen.
Okay. Well, we talked
Woo!
about Zen earlier, but it's okay.
Yeah.
If
It's
you
okay.
wanna talk about him, you can. Why is he your favorite?
So the reason why I liked him is that when you first meet him, he's just like so, like, he knows he's a narcissist. Like people say, like the other characters say he's such a narcissist because he's always like talking about how good he looks all the time. But like, but like as you get to know him and get to know his backstory of like why he's so like he wants to do good in like the acting and singing and like the musical arena, I guess.
Mhm.
It's just like his whole backstory is just it's sad because his parents never supported him in what he wanted to do. So like they always said, there's other people that are better than you. There's like, why would you want to do that? And like he talked to his brother about, like he vented to his brother about all of that stuff, but then his brother turned around and kind of went to what his parents thought, like because they wanted him to go to a like get a respectable job and like as like a doctor or a lawyer, go to college, and he didn't want to do that because he had a passion for singing and acting. And I could really kind of relate to that kind of a little bit. His route is so cute, like it's just, he's so sweet. He opens up a lot to you.
Yeah, he definitely does. I really love Zen's route. Obviously, he's my favorite too.
Mhm.
I think, yeah, because I remember the first time I played Zen's route, and it got to when you go to his house and you go visit him and stuff. And I remember, like, when he's like, okay, well, you probably should, like, go. It's time to leave. I was like, I don't want to leave. Like, I don't want to go. And I'm like, what? Isn't there, can't I choose to stay? Like, why is the game making me leave? Why are you making me leave? I don't want to leave. I want to stay here with you. Like, I remember saying that out loud, and, like, I remember getting upset, like, kind of crying and being like, I don't want to, like, I'm like, I don't want to leave. I want to stay here. Like, I want to talk more with him. Like, that was when I knew, I think, when I was like, okay, I'm super in love with this character.
Yeah.
So, okay, back to Jumin. So, Jumin, Mr. 50 Shades of Grey, basically.
Oh god.
The meme, the man, the myth, the legend, the meme, Jumin Han.
The meme.
He is the CEO of his own company, he's a little awkward. I feel like Jimin's a little awkward. He doesn't really know how to like talk to people.
He doesn't have
Yeah.
social. He doesn't have social.
He doesn't understand
Awareness.
He doesn't
Social,
have,
social awareness.
He doesn't have social cues. He doesn't know what certain
Yes.
social cues are. But he's super rich. He lives in a really nice apartment, and he has a white cat named Elizabeth III, who he loves very much, very dearly. It's his pet. And he's Jaehee's boss, and he works her way too much. Even makes her watch Elizabeth a lot of the time.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like Jumin is a lot of people's favorites because he's all rich and CEO, and I don't know, they feel like... I know people say V's like the daddy of the group, but I feel like a lot of people will also say Jumin is also daddy. I don't think that, but I feel like a lot of the fandom feels that way.
Yeah.
I think the fandom sees him as the daddy because of that 50 Shades of Jumin Han, whatever.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say he's the daddy of the RFA.
I wouldn't either.
V.
I would
V
say
is the daddy
is.
of the... No, I'm just kidding. V is the daddy of the RFA. No, but Jumin is he's a dork, really.
He's super
He
dorky.
is.
He's a dork. He's smart. He's business savvy, but he's a dumbass.
and he doesn't know how to drive.
He doesn't know how to drive.
He crashes his
I
car.
mean, he crashed Seven's car.
Oh, he crashes
Yeah.
Seven's car. Yeah, there you go. But he crashes a car. I was close.
He crashed a car. It was a Lamborghini.
It's like, how? Why? Truman.
Because I guess he
He was
thought
just
he
being-
could drive it, being a dumbass.
He was being petty at 7 for something about the cat, I think, and he just took the car and drove into the sunset.
Zen doesn't like Jumin because Jumin reminds him of his brother.
Mm-hmm.
And Jumin wants everyone to like do their best. Like he knows what's best for everyone, but he goes about doing it in like such a like I don't give a fuck kind of way. Like he's very
Yeah.
nonchalant about
Yeah.
things, which is why like Zen feels like, oh, you're just offering me this cat commercial because you're making fun of me because I'm allergic to cats. But Jumin's like actually being really like sincere about it. Like, no, I think you would do really good. Like he wants everyone to be like, show their best. He sees the potential in everybody. He just goes about it in the dumbest ways ever, like possible. Like to almost where it feels insulting.
Like he's very
He has
straightforward
good
and
intentions,
genuine.
I think. Like, he has good intentions, but he goes about it the wrong way.
It gets to comedic purposes, I think, but I suppose if you meet a person like that, you would be incredibly frustrated easily because like
Really,
just
Be super cringy.
it really turned
Yeah.
off.
yeah.
Like
The
I would.
boy says stand for life, and I'm like, oh my Jesus Christ. It's like, Juven, why? Where did you learn this?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
because honestly, I think, he reminds me of me. The way, like, I am, like, the way he is, the way he talks, the way he, like, interacts with people. It's just like, oh my god, girl. Like, it reminds me of me. Like,
Yeah.
no.
I get the feeling I can be awkward like that too.
Yeah, he comes around in the end, especially in his route when you get his
Yeah.
good ending. You know,
Yeah.
he learns he learns what love really is all about and what it is, and he falls in love with you and everything, and you like teach him how to love and shit like that. I mean, you get to marry a rich CEO, so
Yeah.
that's like the best part about his ending is you get to marry a rich guy, and you get everything
Yay.
you've ever wanted.
I thought he was going to be my type. Like I thought he was going to be my favorite.
Me too. Me
going
too.
into the,
Me too.
going into the game, not knowing anything about it. He's like exactly my type. He's tall. He has dark hair. His eyes. He looks really good with the suits and everything. And then I go into the game and he's this dork, and I'm like, yeah, the possessiveness
possessive
was
dork.
possessive dork. Yeah, that's kind of a turn off.
Like, as I was doing the story, I was like, oh my god, no. Oh my god, Jimmy, no, don't.
It's-
It's like,
Yeah,
Especially when he keeps you in his apartment, it's like, can I
It's
leave?
like-
See, that's
can I leave, please?
It's like the opposite of Zen's route, where it's like, I don't want to leave. Why are you making me leave? Whereas with Jumin, it's like, no, can I leave? Like, please, I want to go home. I don't want to stay here.
Like, you know that meme of the "let me in," dude. That it's in the gates. Like, it's the exact opposite. It's like, let me out, let me out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So that's Jumin. Again, yeah, I thought he was gonna be my favorite because again, I played the game because Jumin looks like Tokia, and Tokia is my favorite Utsupri boy, and I thought, oh, okay, yeah, probably gonna be the same. I'm probably gonna like this character. No, that's not what happened.
No.
So it's not always the same type. I feel.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, next we have 707, Agent 707, Chantal.
My baby!
Chantal, he is your favorite.
Oh my god.
I love him because he's such a little shit and he loves to poke fun at everybody at any chance he gets. Especially Yusung. He likes to bully Yusung a lot.
With those damn chips.
And it's
the chips.
And then when he makes fun of Jumin for taking the blurry pictures.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
Jumin
god.
doesn't know how to take pictures.
I think he's also Sen's #1 hidden stalker.
Yep.
Because I think he runs a Twitter account.
Oh yeah.
The Twitter bot account that posts pictures of Sen all the time.
Yeah, he does.
Yep, he does.
So I love that about it. I love that he's a little shit and that he's like a meme lord and making fun of everyone. And I like that in pretty much the entire game except in his route.
Yeah, me too. That's why
his route is like, God, please.
It like his route feels like it takes forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
It does.
I want to.
It's so long.
And because by the time you're kind of, I don't know because I haven't played it, but I mean I'm guessing, but by the time you're done with it, all of the memes and jokes kind of get on you, and like you're just like, can I be done? I mean, not in a bad way, but like that's what I would feel kind of. But I like him, but like it would get on.
His route is kind of like a whiplash because you see him as this funny guy and everything, and then he's like, no jokes, and they're like, okay, no jokes, but he does a 180 completely, and it's
a turn off.
It's kind of jarring that change that he has in his own route.
Yeah, because at some point in his route, like he stays with you, like he's actually there with you in the the apartment, but he doesn't talk to you. He won't let you talk to him. He like cuts you off. He doesn't look at you, and it's like, dude, I'm trying to like
just want to love you.
Yeah, like I'm trying to get to know you, and I'm trying to like help you. Yeah, I'm trying to help you, and I'm trying to do the best I can. You're protecting me and stuff, but I want to do the same for you, and he doesn't let you. And that was like the most frustrating part of his route, where I'm like, dude, if that was like me in real life, I was like super like all for it, was like, I really like him, I want to get to know him, I want to maybe like try a relationship or something. Like if he was like not even letting me in, immediately done, over, like I don't even want to try.
Yeah, it's like
in real life I would have been like, bye.
Yeah, it's like he's in his own little world, and like you're not a part of it until he wants you to be.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating that he's like turning you off and turning you down, and he's just saying no, I don't want you to be around, shut up, let me work. And it's like,
I know he breaks like the little cat toy that he makes.
The cat toy, yeah.
He breaks it, and then eventually he fixes it. But like when he breaks it, it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like you gave that to me. Why did you break it? I thought that.
And then when you start snooping around his stuff, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? He like snatches the floppy disk.
Yeah.
Which at that point you're like, what the fuck? What's so special about the floppy disk? Which later you learn what is in that floppy disk and why it's so precious. But the whole time it's so frustrating, especially for someone that's done it 5 times in a row. I don't know how I did it, but I guess I had a lot of patience I don't know, but I was determined to get his good ending. And then at that point, I was just like, fuck it, let's get the normal ending too. Might as well.
Might as
well-
well. I think with 7, that was the first time I was kind of scared that I was going to get a bad end because he was frustrating me so much
Yeah.
throughout with the choices in his route. So I was like, I'm gonna bad end this thing. Oh god, I don't want to see a bad end because it was like it was my first playthrough. I hadn't gotten a bad end except for that first bad end on day 5 in the casual route, and it was kind of like, hey, I messed up, but thankfully I didn't. I was very lucky
Yeah.
of that. I mean, I love 7. He's fun, but
I like him in everyone else's routes except for his.
yeah,
Yeah, because
but
he's just more like fun and lively, and you just want to joke around with him. You want to be his best friend. But then when he changes to like this emotional, he goes super dark and he just kind of shuts himself out from everybody and doesn't want to let anyone else in. It's kind of like, let me in, like that meme. Let me in.
Let
Let
me in.
me in. Exactly.
And again, because his route's a deep route, so it's like it feels like it's a longer story, so there's more to it. So once you get to that part where he's like rejecting himself, it's like, dude, I worked this hard, I played all the other fucking routes, and like by the time I was at this point in these routes, I was like home free, we were good, we were all in love with each other and everything. It's like, no, this time is like, dude, you're like cutting me off. Like I didn't know if I could finish his route when I first played it, but I did. And then I didn't bother with the secret endings because I was like, oh fuck that, I don't want to deal with this shit after that.
The secret ending is so long. I was just like, oh my god.
You're exhausted by that point, I guess.
Yes.
Did you do all the secret endings, Anna?
Yeah, I did everything. I
Told
did
you,
it.
you're the
I think-
expert.
I oh god. I did finish it. I got the that sort of moment after you finish the route and there's a bit of an after ending kind of, and then there's the secret end. And I did both. I think I needed a couple of hourglasses that I got, I don't know how, I think from like the guests, I think. I don't know, but when I got the secret endings, it took me like 3 hours to finish the whole thing, and it was like it's not even Mission Impossible. Like it was so crazy, and it's pure visual novel at that point.
Yeah,
so you're just like clicking to move on and making some choices occasionally, and by the end of it I was like, nope.
You're done. Yeah.
the secret ending is just more so basically 7, Sedan, Rika, and V, and all their chaos that they gotten themselves into.
Yeah. And like I said, I started sort of wanting to have a V route at the beginning of the game when I first started, and when I get to the end, like 3 months after I started playing, the guy that I wanted to play with, the route was, well, dead.
Yeah.
That made me so sad. I was like, why did y'all kill my boy off? Why? He did nothing wrong.
I was full on crying at them. I was like, what the hell?
Because he didn't deserve anything, and like all the bullshit that he goes through, like it's not fair. Like out of everybody, V gets the short end of the stick.
Yeah, even in his own route.
Even in his own route, like it.
Even in his own route, he the good ending is it leaves you unsatisfied, and you think, oh, the after ending is going to be great, and then you do the after ending for V's route, and you're like, fuck you, Jareds.
Yeah, you know,
with a cactus.
I only did one of his after endings. I did the forgive after ending. I didn't do the judgment one. So I don't know what happens in the judgment one.
I couldn't get through it because at that point I was like spending so many hourglasses, and I think the hourglasses, like the amount of it goes higher and higher, and I was like,
oh yeah,
I don't have enough hourglasses. So by that point I was like, I'm kind of curious, so I'm just gonna YouTube this because I'm out of hourglasses.
I had the hourglasses, and I felt like, I mean, thankfully I hadn't actually bought them, I just saved them. I never used them for anything. So I had like 600 hourglasses by the time the After Ending came out, and I played it. Each episode of the After Ending is like 80 hourglasses, and I'm like, okay, but it's going to be worth it in the end. It wasn't worth it.
Mm-mm.
No. I mean, even the Forgive ending, it leaves you unsatisfied, and the Judge ending, it's slightly more satisfying in that Rika gets what's
What she
coming to her,
deserved. Mm-hmm.
what she deserves exactly, but it's not a good end. You know, it's
not
just
good all around.
it's just as unsatisfying as the good end. So yeah, it was. Thankfully, I didn't spend money, but there was a lot of people, a lot of B fans that actually spent money, actually spent hourglasses for it, and it was like many felt scammed after it because like I just wanted a cute kiss CG and something fluffy, not this drama.
Rika bullshit.
I know,
All
because
this-
the like that picture they posted is like V on his knees, like proposing
Yeah.
to you,
I saw
and
that.
it's like,
Yeah.
bitch, where the fuck is that? Where's that in my after
Yeah.
ending?
Where's my proposal? Where's my kiss? Fucking where's my kiss? I just wanted to kiss him.
I know everybody gets a kiss CG except
They played
Everybody
you.
gets
For
a
V.
kiss CG except for B,
Yeah.
and well, Jehi, but that's
well,
understandable.
she gets a kiss CG
Yeah.
for Christmas, but not in her
Yeah.
extra route.
That's true.
Yeah,
Mm.
but it's a kiss in the cheek.
Yeah,
The others are like
Yeah.
full on
like actual kissing on your mouth.
actual kissing. Yeah, on your mouth, and I don't even get a kiss in the cheek with B.
I know, what the fuck.
Aw. I know. I would be sad.
I was
Um,
pissed.
Your love for V
I'm
is
still
that
salty.
strong.
Yeah, I'm still salty about it.
Mm.
I mean,
Uh,
you would feel the same if they had done the same to Sam.
oh my god, I would have
Okay.
fucking killed someone.
Oh yeah.
People are like, what
Get-
the hell?
No, you can't.
Before we go on to like V and stuff, let's go on to Seran because he's Seven's. Spoiler alert. They're twins.
Mhm.
Spoiler alert, they're twins in this game.
Spoiler.
Seran,
Oops.
aka Unknown, the guy that basically
AKA
puts you in the fucking room.
Oh yeah.
He turns out to be Seven's twin brother. There's a whole mess with that shit. But his
Yeah.
route is in the Another Story route, and he's basically, kind of crazy dude. But it turns out it's because he's been brainwashed. Basically, he's a cult member. He's also a hacker as well, and he's very crazy, like creepily sadistic. Especially
yeah.
in his route, half those fucking CGs.
Yes.
My God,
He bites
Oh,
you.
God.
he bites you. Yeah,
Oh god, I forgot about that.
I really
Which
like.
I was kind of like, this is kind of hot, but also very scary.
Yeah. I really like
I
MC's
was-
dress in his route. That black dress is so cute. I'm like,
Yeah.
that looks like a
Yeah.
dress that I would totally wear. So
Yeah.
good on you, Chedits, for making her wear that
The
shit.
The outfits in Another Story are kind of an upgrade from
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
original
Yeah.
game. But the both routes, V and Set and Ray, whatever, they're wild, man. They just want to date hot guys.
They're a roller coaster.
It's a road. It's like every time I was playing around and a chat room came up or whatever, I was like, I just wanted to date hot guys. Jared,
What happened?
I didn't want a Korean drama. I just wanted a
Yeah.
cute game.
Exactly.
We didn't want pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want him to bite me.
Light.
I wanted
I-
him
Sweet,
to
light
give me
fun.
flowers and kiss me. I didn't want him to bite me and
Yeah.
go crazy and try to almost
Yeah.
fucking shoot me and other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
But basically, yeah, he has like 3 different personas. Basically, Ray, he's like the nice guy, which I really liked him in his route when he was Ray. He's being nice to you and shit. Like he's
Yeah.
treating you right, like like a princess. Basically, he's trying to do right by
Yeah.
you. And then when he's unknown, I guess. Yeah, his unknown persona is when he's like the crazy like hacker guy who, you know, will kill you in 5 seconds if he gets a chance to. That's the one we basically know from the original game. You know, he almost like blows you up and shit in like half of the routes. He kidnaps you and like, you know, brainwashes you and shit, or kidnaps the others and brainwashes them like in the bad ends.
Yeah, the bad ends. Yeah.
And then you have Sedan, which is who I guess he becomes at the end of his route in his good ending, where he kind of gets all the crazy out of him, but he's not quite Rei anymore. He's not like super sweet, but he also like realizes that he loves you. And you get a really nice kiss CG with him. I like his kiss CG. It's really cute.
It's so cute. His CGs are really, really cute. Even like crazy ones are like, oh, the crazy ones always make me like, I get chills every time I see it.
It's
like,
yeah. They give you that kind of like goosebumps, and like it's creepy, but I like it.
Yeah.
He's you know, he means well, I guess. At least like I felt closure at the end of his route, which I appreciated. Because he basically kind of like promises you like, okay, well, we're gonna figure all this shit out together, and I will not leave you. And it's like, okay, cool, sounds great.
You get a sort of nice resolution with Rei, even though we still are waiting for the after ending.
Yeah, I know. He still doesn't have an after ending.
Yeah. So, but you still know that what is going to come in the after ending is hopefully going to be good, or that there's kind of like an you can look up with his route, right? You can.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good future. With V, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole time you're like, what the fuck did I just play?
Speaking of V,
Chariots.
We can talk about
Speaking
V now.
of V,
So
my baby.
We'll talk about our blue-haired, our minty-haired boy.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of people originally, when they first played the game, are like, "Oh, I want to get with V. He seems cool," and then they couldn't. And it wasn't until again like 2018 when we got his his another story, where basically the two another story routes, they start right after Rika leaves. It's not like a year after or whatever, like in the original game.
6 months
or
after.
6 months. Is it 6 months? Okay.
It's 6 months.
It's a different timeline, basically. It's not in the same timeline as the original casual and deep story routes. It's like an alternate version, I guess. But basically, you get long-haired V, which is, oh my god, the greatest thing. He looks really good with his long hair.
He looks good with long hair, but I ended up rationalizing his long hair as a parallel to his relationship with Rika, and then I stopped liking his long hair.
Oh, I still really like it.
I mean, it looks.
I like it.
It looks good. It looks good, but I have feelings about this guy. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, V is a photographer. He's kind of a mysterious guy in the original game. Because he doesn't really pop up too much. Like, when he does, you'll have chat rooms with him, but that's pretty much it. You don't really get to know too much about him. But he's a photographer. He's, like, the head of the RFA. He used to date Rika. They were engaged. And, I know. And, Yusung does not like V, because he basically blames V for Rika dying, committing suicide. Spoiler alert, yeah, Rika is dead in the game. Well, maybe.
Is she? Is she?
Well, we're gonna talk about her later. We're gonna talk about her next.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, Yusung doesn't like V, and then V, again, he pops up every once in a while in all the casual and deep routes, but you don't really get to know too much about him until you actually play his route.
Yeah. And because he wasn't available at the beginning, you don't get hearts for him.
Yeah.
Until he's on route, and you only can get hearts for him and Rei in another story.
So if you want to get the minty hearts or the little purplish hearts or whatever the ones for Rei are, they're like magenta or something. Aren't they like magenta?
Yeah, magenta.
You can you only get those in the another story. But V's cool. You finally get to see his emotes.
Oh yeah, he's
in
cute.
another story. They're really cute.
They're cute.
Because I remember a lot of people were like, why doesn't V have emotes, or he just doesn't use them?
These are really cute.
but they're really cute. Yeah.
Mm.
Also, according to Sen, V is almost as handsome as he is, and he doesn't say that about anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's like okay, that's all the
That's a
validation I needed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
pretty
all the
good
validation I needed. So,
It's
yeah,
pretty good validation, I would say.
yeah.
It's Zen approved.
He is Zen approved.
Sen approved. Yes, I think Sen has a man crush on V.
Probably.
Maybe.
Well, V did save Zen from his motorcycle accident, so.
Yeah, true.
Because Zen almost fucking died on a motorcycle.
Mm.
And it wasn't until V, was taking photos of him and saw that it happened that he called for help. So
Yeah.
Zen pretty much owes his life to V, so, he's pretty complimentary.
Mm-hmm.
But also, V's a good guy. He means well. He's very quiet, but
Yeah.
once you kind of get to know him in his route and you I love that CG where you like are hugging him and he's all like looks lost. Bruh. When I first
What is
saw that
this?
CG, I was like, oh my gosh.
This boy has never been hugged in his life.
I know, it's like it's
sad.
it's cute, but it's
So
really sad.
Kind of shocked.
Oh my god! All the stuff with his mom.
Yeah, that stuff was really fucked up.
Yeah.
That was
Oh
really
god,
heavy.
yes. Yeah. Again, cherries. I just wanted to date you guys.
Why'd you do that? Why'd
Yeah,
you-
I didn't ask for a Korean drama. I just wanted to date
some-
you guys
Yeah.
and kiss.
Just wanted fun times, man.
I just wanted
Yeah.
to have fun with the memes.
Yeah. I thought this was a fun game, not a
Not a
Drama.
stab to the heart. Multiple stabs to the heart.
multiple
Okay,
steps
and
to the
now-
heart.
And now I think we should talk about everyone's favorite character, not really, Rika. Woo. Relationship with some it's Rika time. Okay,
Yay!
does anyone here like Rika?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
No, everyone hates Rika. Rika is a huge fucking bitch. Nobody likes her. Why did they give her her own like route story? I never played it because I don't give a fuck about her. She's a crazy ass bitch.
I didn't think she could get worse, but she does get worse during the another route.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
It gets
Great.
10 times worse, and it's like, just when I thought I hated you, I hate you more.
Yeah, because in V's route, isn't that when she tries to like drug the whole party and brainwash
Yes.
them all?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But Yusung is the MVP, and it's like, no, bitch, get the fuck out.
I know he
Oh
finally
my
gets
god. Yes.
he gets over his Rika obsession and he tells her
Mhm.
to fucking leave.
Yeah.
We're not gonna brainwash any of these people today. So
He's
Rika
like, what
is
are you doing?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Rika is the founder of the RFA. So the RFA stands for the Rika Fundraising Association. Terrible name, but whatever.
Yeah.
She's a bitch named it after herself. You know, clearly, apparently, she had this first started out with good intentions, but it turns out she's fucking nuts. And she basically creates a cult. She fakes her own suicide and makes everyone freak out and worry about her so she can start her cult. She brainwashes Seran and brings him into the cult. And then eventually she kind of tries to brainwash you and the rest of the RFA into the cult. So some of the bad endings, that's what happens. And even in the another story routes, on Ray's route, you are in the cult. You know, he's brought you into the cult. And you meet Rika
Yeah.
and stuff, and like, you know, in V's ending or V's route, you know, she's trying to like win both of you back. V is like secretly like infiltrating the cult. That's why he's always gone in the other routes in the regular story, because
Yeah.
he's like infiltrating the cult. But you don't know that till you play the
Another route.
another route. Anyway, nobody likes Rika. Anybody that says they do is lying. I guess people
There's people that like her.
that's like her
There-
and sympathize with her.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
after all the shit that goes down in all of these routes that has to do with her and the way that like people, how they feel about things and how they end up being and stuff, I do not
Yeah.
have any sympathy for this character. She can go die. I do not like her.
The
She's
fact
the
that
reason V is going blind.
yeah, and then she
Yeah.
survives throughout the whole route, and I'm like, why?
It was like,
Why do you get
why?
to survive? Why?
Yeah, why does she get to survive? Why? Why? That is a big
Why?
question. V dies in Seven's road.
Yeah.
And it's implied that he dies in all the other roads.
Yeah, because he
It's
never.
implied that he dies in all the other.
Because he doesn't come back.
He
Yeah.
never shows
They
up,
never see
up
him again.
Then there's Seven, who goes missing in Ray's route,
Oh yeah, that
and we don't
hurt.
know what the hell. We still don't know what the hell happened to him. There was implications that Ray could have died at the end of the route, but he didn't. So yay. But still, Rika survives. Rika survives. Rika survives. Why?
Because
Carrots, why?
even in the Forgive ending, she like gets mental help or whatever. Like they send her
Yeah.
to like a mental institution.
Yeah, she still
to,
gets
to seek
she's-
help.
she still gets therapy. Like,
Yeah.
no, she deserves jail time. Why isn't she rotting in a psychiatric prison?
So did you play the Rika ending thing, the Rika route or whatever the hell it was called? Because I never played it.
I haven't either.
I'm not gonna waste.
No.
I'm not gonna waste hourglasses on that bitch.
Yeah, I was like, no. I looked through the thing on the app. And I was like, oh god, she has a route. I'm not gonna play that. Nuh-uh.
Even if my hourglasses are free, I'm not gonna waste
No.
them on her.
Yeah.
No.
Because when I saw that, I was like, really? Why?
Because I guess they want to give her a backstory, even though, like, at this point, I don't think anybody gives a fuck.
It's like at this point she's gone too far and she's done so much damage to like everybody, especially V. It's just kind of like really hard to forgive her and
Yeah.
look past that.
Yeah.
I-
She's burned too many bridges at this point.
I guess they did it because it's like,
Yeah.
well, we don't want the whole fandom to like hate this character. She has like I said, I feel like the creator, you know, she wanted to show all sides of like humanity with all the different characters. So I guess that's the reason why they gave this Rika backstory thing. Is like, oh no, guy, like here, this is
Here's why she's like.
here's
that, yeah.
why she's the way she is. Like, okay, sure, but like I don't want to like spend
That doesn't help.
hourglasses on this. Like, can't you just
And-
tell me?
Yeah.
It doesn't help really. It just cements
Well,
that she's a horrible person.
yeah, that she's a horrible person. Because there are some people, they're just terrible people.
And also, I think it was like terrible timing when they released it, because they released it with V's after ending, and people were like, "What the fuck? Why are you putting these two things at the same time? You want to do that? Fine, put it out in 2 months, whatever."
Later.
But they,
Whatever.
yeah, they released both together at the same time, V's after ending and Rika's DLC story, and it was like,
Wow.
nope.
Wow.
And they're both like, they're kind of like cash grabs, because they use a lot of hourglasses to open each episode. I think each
Yeah.
episode for Rika's DLC is like 60 hourglasses.
Whoa.
So and they're like 8 episodes, I think. So there's a lot of hourglasses going into that, and it's like, I've already spent like 600 on V's, and you want me to spend about 400 more on Rika's? Hell no.
No.
Especially when I don't give a fuck about that bitch.
Yeah.
Especially that.
Yeah, cause like I said, I think like just by knowing her from like what the characters have about her and what she's done and like what I've like seen, she's burned too many bridges at this point to even like give it, like, for me to give any ounce of like consideration for her at all. Like it's just not worth it to me to even like try to like
Yeah.
see what she's about at this point.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think we're missing much.
No.
Let's see. Are there any other characters? I guess other characters we can talk
Van der Wood.
Oh,
Van
Vanderwood.
der
Yes,
Wood.
Vanderwood. I love Vanderwood. Okay. Okay. Right now, I think we need to make a petition. Cheddits, please make a Vanderwood route. I would play the fuck out of that.
They told the creator of, you know, the owner of Chariots, whatever, they told her we want a Vanderwood route at Otakon.
Yeah, they did. They tell them
And
like that.
and she was like, Yeah, okay. Well, we'll take into consideration, but we haven't really thought about doing a Vanderwood route, and we're like, come on.
Please. You
Please.
Like-
you gave us that gorgeous CG of him in V's route. There's no turning
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Because he sends you
And I
a
mean-
selfie in V's route. And he looks so good. Like, I want to date
Yeah,
this
he's-
man. I
yeah.
want to date him.
He's cute, and he's also a dork. Like, you see him in the chat room when he uses Seven's account to chat with you, and he's like super funny and a dork, but he
Dude, I
doesn't
would
come
love
off
that.
like he doesn't come off as a dork and funny whatever when during the visual novels with Seven. He's like super strict and tough and whatever, and I mean people have been thirsting for Vanderwood since Seven's route.
Yep.
There's
I
so
would
much.
want that.
There's so much good fan art of Vanderwood
Oh god.
and
yes.
MC. Oh my god.
And we asked for Vanderwood for Vander route. For Vanderwood's route, I can't talk, sorry. We asked for that and we get Rika. Like, come on.
I know, what the fuck? Like, why? You guys know what we actually want. We want a Vanderwood route. I don't give a fuck
Yeah,
about
like-
Rika.
You're like, everybody wants a Vanderwood route. Here you go. Here's Rika.
I-
It's the one you hate the most.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I want the badass agent, not the crazy cult leader.
But Vanderwood, I like him. I liked his banter with Seven. I like in
Yeah.
Seven's route. When any of the routes when he does show up.
Yeah.
Because Seven's a secret agent, basically. Vanderwood is like the guy in charge of him. He was like has to like make sure Seven's doing what he's supposed to. It's like he's basically like his manager, I guess. He he kind of has to like watch over him, make sure he's doing the hacking stuff for their agency or whatever. But yeah, you get to talk to him in V's route for a little bit. And again, like I said, he sends you a really nice selfie of himself, and you can even tell him, if I remember correctly, you can say like, "Oh, you're really handsome" or something like that.
And
He's-
he gets all
Yeah,
flustered.
he's like,
You're like,
Aw.
no, I'm not. He's so cute there. Yeah.
Aw.
I mean, if you've seen the CG, you're like, damn.
Is it that one you said?
Damn,
you
son.
sent?
Yes, it is. That's the
It
Vanderwood
is.
CG.
Oh.
He's so cute. I love
Yeah.
him. But
Yeah.
you've heard it here from us. We want a Vanderwood route like yesterday. Driver Kim,
Oh my god.
Jumin's driver. What a good man.
What a good
Yeah.
man.
What a nice guy. Very
Oh, yeah.
undersung hero of the story.
Oh yes.
Because he doesn't really tattle on you in Zen's route when you stay there for much longer than you should.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
And he's so patient with Jimin. Like he gets the driver at like 2 a.m. and he's there and he's driving Jimin whatever he wants. And Jimin is like, I'm gonna call my driver. And he's like, it's midnight, dude. It's his job. I'm like, dude, please give him a raise.
Yeah.
Let the man sleep.
Yeah, and he used to be a race car driver. You get that I think from his guest card, I think
Mhm.
or something. I think
One of his emails.
on his
Something like
emails
that.
he also mentions that, something about his son being a race car driver as well. I don't know, but he has a cute story there, and he's like, yeah,
He's the real MVP of Mystic Messenger.
yeah,
This driver
and
kid.
there's a lot of crack requests for driver King route.
I would play that.
I would play an Elizabeth III route
Me
over
too.
Rika route.
Poor Rika.
Speaking of Elizabeth
I'd rather
III,
I'd rather go with the cat than that crazy bitch.
speaking of Elizabeth III, she's a pretty
Mhm.
prominent character. She's a cat,
Oh, yeah.
His life.
but
Besides us.
Yes, she's Jimin's soulmate. Forget MC. Elizabeth
Yeah.
is his soulmate.
I like Elizabeth. She's cute.
Very
Probably
pretty.
the only cat I would probably
Want?
want,
Same.
because I'm not a cat
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
I'm a dog person. I think we're all dog people here. We all have dogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anna has a dog, if you guys didn't know.
It's a cute little Yorkie.
He's a cute little Yorkie, and his name is Odie. Like,
It's so
like,
cute.
like in Garfield.
Aw.
Yeah.
But we all have our doggos. We're all dog people, but I would keep Elizabeth III.
Me too.
She's adorable, and apparently V named her.
Oh, really? I think I remember reading that.
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just doing Jimin's route actually.
Didn't
Yeah.
Rika and V give Jumin Elizabeth?
They
Elizabeth,
they both got the cat for Jimin, but V named her apparently,
Yes.
and Jimin refuses to change her name because V named her.
Yeah.
They're bestest
That's what happened.
friends.
They're basically
Yeah.
friends. They're
Bestest
I
friends
like
forever.
I like their bromance.
Yeah.
V is the
Yeah.
only one that actually can nag Jimin about being a better person. Like
Yeah.
whoever tells him stop giving so much work to Jae, he's like, shut up, it's her job. But V tells Jimin to turn that down, and he's like, okay,
Okay. Yeah.
I'll give her a vacation.
Yeah.
They both
Listens to
respect
V.
each other.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I like that.
I like the picture of them in V's route, where they show them in like little choir when they were little kids.
Oh, when they're
Oh my
little
God, yes.
kids.
So cute.
That was so adorable.
I love that we get them like in their, I think, middle school or high school.
Oh yeah,
Okay, that was so
Yeah.
cute too.
Oh yeah, that was really cute too.
they were all
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
because you get to see everybody basically as a little kid. They're all really cute.
Yeah.
Everyone is adorable.
Oh yeah, and V was a little asshole when he was a kid.
He was.
Until he actually started talking to his mom, he was a little asshole. And then he changed.
Who else? Oh, let's. I'm trying to think. Who else? Can we talk? Echo Girl.
Ew.
That fucking hoe. The biggest hoe in this game.
No, the biggest hoe is Sarah.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, yeah. Sarah Choi. No, yeah, she's a fucking hoe too. They're both hoes. They can both be best friends, best hoe friends.
Yeah.
That's her friend.
Echo Girl is this like idol chick who's starring in like a drama with Zen. And she basically tries to like seduce him, tries to get him to like sleep with her and shit. And when he rejects
Yeah.
her, she falsely accuses him of sexually assaulting her.
Mhm.
And that's part of Zen's route. And the only way, the way to resolve that is they prove that that's not what happened with the fish bread man.
That was pretty crazy part of his route, because like you have no idea how the hell you're gonna fix
Yeah.
this whole situation, and then suddenly Seven comes with, I have a witness, and it's the fish bread man.
Well, it helps the story come to a resolved end.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Zen's reputation isn't ruined. And then if you get the good ending, then he introduces everyone to you, his girlfriend. And if you get the
Oh yeah.
normal ending, he's like, we're gonna keep it a secret, but we're still together.
He does say that he has a girlfriend, but he doesn't introduce her publicly.
Oh yeah.
And he's after him. What is also really good
Oh,
too.
it's really good too. I love his
He's-
after end.
His career is on the rise. You're his manager. He's doing TV dramas.
I
It's
know.
just like
Ooh.
it's like going to Hollywood in Korea. That's like going to Hollywood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doing a K-drama
He's-
is like going to
he's
Hollywood in Korea.
He'll have a career for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Even when he's older, he'll just play
yeah.
like, a rugged
The
cop,
hot dad.
a rugged cop, or like a hot dad or something, or a
Yeah.
hot doctor.
Oh yes. Ooh. He's gonna be the hot genius doctor.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh, well, Sarah Choi, we mentioned that bitch. She's this also a fucking hoe in Jumin's route. It's
Yes.
basically like gonna be
Yeah.
like, they're trying to get her like engaged to Jumin.
Yeah.
They're,
They're trying to
she
get her
and her
engaged to
sister
Yeah.
are gold diggers basically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. They're trying to get her engaged to Jumin to save her company or something like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
I have the details of all of that Jumin's route because I've been playing it forever to get the bad endings.
She hasn't
And
gotten the last one.
I haven't gotten the last one. It's been a year and I still haven't gotten it. But yeah. So basically, Glam Choi, who is engaged to Jimin's dad, and is like probably just a few years older than Jimin himself.
Ugh.
Yeah, which is gross.
I couldn't tell
She's
that
supposed to
from
be, she's supposed to be an actress, and she's engaged to Jimin's dad. And what she wants is to get money to pay her expensive tastes. And no one better than Mr. Han, who is known to be a playboy, if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Uh,
a pushover.
and that too. So, and they try to shove Sarah onto Jimin, but Jimin is like, hell no.
Yeah.
Also, that's
I got
fucking
some-
weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like if she were to marry Jumin and then her sister's married to his dad, that's fucking weird.
Ew.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, no. Jumin does not, he probably wouldn't like that.
No.
Because he doesn't really care for his dad too much.
He cares for his dad, but he doesn't care for his womanizing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's-
Yeah, that's what it is.
He's like,
He has a
yeah,
good
they're all
relationship
gold
with his
diggers.
dad, but
Mhm.
oh,
He
sorry. go
doesn't
ahead.
care for his girlfriends.
Yeah.
He knows they're all gold diggers. So he's like, okay, yeah, who's the new one? And you get to see a lot of little details from the game as you play. Like when Jimin hired Jaehee, the first thing he did make her do was cut her hair, that she had long hair. She made her cut her hair and wear glasses to uglify her so his dad wouldn't try to seduce her, because apparently his previous assistant, his dad, seduced her, and he dated his assistant, and Jimin had to fire her and get Jaehee.
And that's why in Jaehee's good end, she grew her hair out and stopped wearing glasses.
Yep, that's why, because she's not working for Jimin anymore.
She likes that stuff. Like, she likes her hair long and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I think that's all the characters.
Yeah.
Our thoughts.
Yep.
Okay,
Our
so
thoughts.
alright. So do you guys have any favorite CGs that you want to mention? Because there's so many CGs in this game. Some of them are really funny, some of them are really sweet, cute, whatever. If you have any of your favorites, I have a couple. I have to go all the way back to when I
Did
first
you take
played
a
the game.
picture of it?
I mentioned the one that I like with Yusung cosplaying as Jimin, which is really
Oh
funny.
yeah. Oh, okay, which one is it? They changed. Okay, so some of these CGs in the game, they updated them.
Oh no.
They updated one of my favorites, which I'm very sad about because I thought this one was really
Oh.
funny. The cat.
The Kit Kat.
That random cat picture that Seven sends at the beginning of the casual route.
Yeah.
That
I
cat,
saw
I
that.
loved that cat, and then they changed it to this other cat picture, and I don't like it. I liked the old one because the cat
The
was
old
so
one,
weird.
the old one actually looked like a real cat. It was
Yeah.
kind of really, really well drawn as a cat, and now it's like a stuffed animal, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not cute. I hate
Yeah,
it.
it's awful. Yeah,
I hate it. I remember, I think for a little bit it was either on Twitter or on Tumblr, on the mobile version or something. I used that picture of that cat for the banner for a little while
Oh.
because I thought it was so cute and super funny.
Another one that I really, really liked before they changed was Sen Valentine CG.
Oh yeah.
When he's doing the chocolate commercial. It looked really good, but then when they
Yeah.
updated it, they gave him kind of he looks kind of boyish in a way. I don't know
Let me
if
see
I'm
if
describing
I
it
got that
right,
one,
but they changed a lot of the details and gave him kind of a more rounded face, I think.
They softened him.
They softened him. It's like, no, the point of Sen is that he's super chiseled, that you can cut glass with his jaw or something. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, they changed that CG, and I had it as my WhatsApp background for a while. But then when I got my new phone, the whole thing got reset and I lost it. It was the only place I had that CG, and now it's gone.
They updated a lot. I mean, the ones that they really needed to update, I'm glad they did. Like, some of the Christmas ones, super ugly at the beginning. It's like, why the fuck do they look like that? So they fixed those. They fixed Zen's CGs when you're on the roof with him, because before it looked really flat. But the newer ones, they look a lot better. His hair looks fluffier, like actually looks like more like hair, and I think his face doesn't look as flat anymore, and he looks a lot cuter, which I like.
Yeah. That was an improvement.
I said that in the chat when I saw that. I was like, it looks better.
And they had to change the fucking cat one. That was my favorite. I'm still so mad about that, because when I went to look in my game, like, recently, I'm like, why did they change it? Oh, they updated, like, I know they updated the April Fool's ones. They, like, I know before when they first released it, like, they looked like they were not finished, kind of. Like, it's like a rough draft, basically. Especially the one where it shows, like, all of them at the party for Zen. Except for MC. MC does not go to the party for Zen on his birthday. On one of the endings, which is stupid. It's like, what the fuck? Everyone else goes, but MC can't go. She stays in the apartment.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember.
That one, I know, like, it looked too weird. They fixed it. In terms of really good CGs, I like every time you're kissing one of them. All of those CGs are really good.
Oh, yeah. The kiss CGs are really nice.
I love Seven's Valentine CGs. Those are really nice.
They fixed them.
Yeah, they fixed those
They
too.
did. And I'm so glad.
Yeah, because they looked kind of weird before. I don't know. They probably changed artists, but the artist that did the Valentine's art was
a little wonky.
Yeah, it was a little wonky, and they fixed them. Yeah, one that I also like that they also upgraded was the in the Christmas DLC. Sen takes a picture. No, there's a CG of Sen in his truck suit, I think.
Oh yeah, they changed what his track suit looks like.
And before it was green and crazy and all
it was ugly,
bright, and it was ugly as hell. And now they fixed it, and I think they fixed the proportion of his body as well.
It's like it's a black like workout suit now. It looks a lot better. Basically, all the Zen CGs in V's route are super good. They're some of my favorites. Like the first one he sends is like him like modeling that picture or whatever, where he has his like backpack and his like
the boyfriend picture. Yeah,
I liked the one when he's in the spa.
Oh yeah, with the roses and everything.
Yeah, that one's really cute. I like that one too.
What the one that I like that sparks a lot of conspiracy theories is the one where he takes in his bathroom and there's 2 toothbrushes in the background. Like, okay, so is someone living with him? Why is there 2 toothbrushes there? So, yeah, that's a fanfic field. I love it.
Damn, son, everyone's just getting all theorified. Again, Vanderwood's CG is pretty great. Love that one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Again, I like the one where you're hugging V in his route. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, that one is very sweet.
I liked in Yusung's route when he's trying to be like all cute for you and he has like the roses like right before his eye gets all fucked up.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
Oh yeah.
I like that one, but then it leads to sadness.
I like the one where Seven, I think they're like at a lake and you see Vanderwood in the background.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that one where he's like catching a fish.
No.
Oh, not
well,
that
one.
one.
Too. But there's another one where Vanderwood.
Oh yeah. It's like he's blurry in the background. He's like looking.
Yeah. He's like on the boat.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I like that one too. Well, I like the Seven's hand one. That one's funny. It's my hands. Take my hand.
I remember that one.
It's at like the very beginning of like one of the casual. I think it's the casual story. I can't remember, but because he's like, "Here, take my hand."
I haven't played. I think that's in Jake's route.
Something like that. He's like, "Take my hand," and then Jakey's like, "What the hell? What is that? Why did you send that?" And he's like, "That's my hand."
Oh yeah, that's not a hand.
Take it.
I do like the ones where Seven cross dresses.
Oh yeah, those ones are good too.
Those are really good.
And Zen's like, "Wow, who's that beautiful woman?" And then it's like, it's Seven.
Giving Sen a sexual identity crisis.
Yeah, he's like, what? He's questioning his sexuality at that point.
Yeah. It's like, that's 7, you know, and it's like, no, that's not 7, and he has a mental breakdown because of it. I love those.
Oh, I
The
like.
Mary Vanderwood one is really fun, where he's dressed like a maid.
Yeah, that one is cute. I like that one. Like the long
Yeah.
hair. I like anytime you see one of like Zen's costumes from like a performance.
Oh yeah,
Those
yeah,
ones
yeah,
are
yeah.
really good.
The one where he's like a robot. Oh god, that was like.
Oh yeah, that one's cool. When and then like when he sends that picture and Jay, he's like, oh my god, it's that
Yeah.
picture. Oh my god, it's that role. That was his first role, and she knows like all the stuff about it. She's like, that was his very first role.
Every time
And
he
he played
sends a
this
picture,
character.
she loses her cool.
Yeah, she's
and I
like,
love that.
and she's always like, I'm gonna save this picture for later.
I don't know. I think in general they're all good.
Yeah.
There's some
Mhm.
better, but they're all good. Yeah. I was going to say that I, despite the fact that he crashes a Lamborghini, I do like that CG of Jumin with the car
Oh,
in
yeah.
flames in the background.
Oh, you know which one I also really like? I like in Zen's route when Jumin and Zen basically like make up and like become
Oh, yeah.
friends.
Oh, that was nice.
I like
Yeah.
the CG of them talking together.
Very gay.
It's super gay.
Mhm.
It's super gay. I love it.
Is that why you ship Zumin?
That's why I ship them. Yeah, that's what I ship them. Yeah.
If you guys didn't
I
know,
love Sen, but I love
ships
Sen.
Zumin.
yeah, I do. I love Sen. I adore him, and I want to date him, but I also ship him with Jimin, and occasionally with V.
I would like to be in a Zen V sandwich.
Oh, yeah, that's my dream.
That's
And
like
you
the
know it.
goal. The goal.
Yeah.
Every
Oh,
time
yeah.
we talk about something, I always gotta be like, I need to be in a sandwich between these two characters.
Yeah.
Again.
Oh, is it cutting out for you again?
No. I'm saying that. No, I said again to what you said.
Oh, because yeah. Well, at this point, you know me.
Mhm.
I'm not afraid to admit it. So I thought we could talk about like the music too, because the music plays a really big part in the game, especially when you've played it so many times. Like everyone has their own theme song, and then they always have like a variation of their own theme song. And of course, we have the OP, which is one of like the biggest bangers of like 2016.
Oh yes.
It's so good.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's really good. The music in Miss May is really good.
Yeah.
All the songs are good. The OP is good. V's OP is also really good. Kind
Oh,
of
yeah,
sad,
it's
but
really
also
sad, but
really
it's really
good. The mood music, it's really good, and it
I-
really sets the mood.
It does,
Yeah.
and it really like shows off the personalities of all the different characters.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
like you know who you're talking to when you hear the music playing.
Mhm.
Or you know who's about to enter as soon as you hear the music.
I know,
Oh, yeah.
especially like whenever Seven comes in, like you hear the music change and you're like, oh god, oh
They're
no,
like, oh, here comes chaos.
yeah,
I have it in my head.
I know,
I did a
right?
chat room with Seven right before this, so I have that in my head.
And I like the titles of the music too. I think they're like really telling.
Oh yeah.
Like I love
Yeah.
that Zen's is called narcissistic jazz.
Jimin's
Why?
is because he's
I
a
know,
narcissist
I
and it's a
know why.
jazz.
I know why. It's just like why it's just so like straightforward,
Why?
which is really funny.
Yeah. Jimin's is Cityscape Nightlight or something like that. And
Yeah.
it was like Hacker Bebop, I think it's Seven's. I don't know. They have really fun names.
Yeah, they have interesting
Mhm.
names. Which one's your favorite, guys? Which one is your favorite like theme music for the characters? Unless you like everything.
I like you songs. It's really
It's so sweet
kinda
and
cute.
calm.
It's so sweet. Yeah, kind of cute. Jehi is kind of relaxing, I guess.
Yeah,
Her music is kind of relaxing.
Jaehee's is good music I feel like to listen to like at nighttime, which is usually when you talk
yeah.
to her and they play that music is like at night because it's like, oh, she's still working. And she's always like, oh, are you gonna go to bed? And it's like, yeah, probably.
I can't remember if Ray has. I mean, he must have, but I can't remember his.
He does, and it's all like piano.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think. I've done that route just once, so I don't remember.
Yeah, me too.
I
I like V's music whenever he comes into
Oh
the
yeah,
room.
he is.
Mm-hmm.
He also has this sort of sweet, melancholic
Mhm.
music.
I like the general
Mm.
music that plays like when you're on the home screen stuff.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
the da, 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 da. I like that music. I think it's
Oh, yeah.
cute. It's like it's relaxing, but it's like it makes me excited like to play the game when I'm going
Oh,
through
yeah.
the menu and stuff and like looking at the spaceship or whatever. Like I like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good. It's a good.
It's a
Good one.
good OST.
Yeah.
But the
God.
opening is cool. I really like it.
A jazz, a drum, it's a jazz.
Yeah, exactly.
I love
It's
it.
so good. So good, in
Yes,
fact,
it's really
that
good. It's so
that's
good.
lots of people made covers of it. And the covers are always
Oh
really
yes, the
Mhm.
covers are so good too.
good. And they liked it so much that Cheddit's even made an English version of it. Like an official English version. You never get that version when you play the game. It's always the Korean version. But
What? There's an official version?
what?
There's an official English version.
Yeah. It's the same. It's the
What?
same singer singing it, like the same guy singing it, who sings it in Korean. He just
Oh.
sings it in English.
Oh yeah. It's probably in the VIP package, right?
I think it is. You can watch like the behind the scenes of it, how they made the English version, like on their YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can hear the English version if you look on YouTube.
Oh.
Nice, nice.
And then of course you have the April Fool's version of the OP.
Which I thought
Oh,
was
yeah.
fake until Mia told me that it was
Like,
a
no, it's-
legit thing.
No, it's real.
Yeah.
Like when you first played, when they first put it in the game, the DLC, that was the opening.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like that was the opening for the game, like when they first added that DLC. But I remember like laughing my ass off, like watching that, be like, "What? They can't like I can't believe they actually did this." But it's like that's real.
It looks like
When-
one of those like YouTube videos where they do like the anime openings where they just look wonky. If
Yeah.
somebody does it, that's what I
Yeah.
was like.
I
Is
love
this fake?
I love those kinds of videos.
Me too, though.
I watched those
when I
a
first
lot.
saw it, when I first saw that opening with the April's Fool, I was like, did something happen to my game? Did it get corrupted or something? What the hell is
Did
going
someone
on?
hack my game?
It was
Did
7.
someone hack my? Did
was
7 hack my game? What the hell happened here? It was so weird, so unexpected, but it was really fun. Oh, the opening screen for the April's Fool at the time was
yeah.
Sen
It's
literally naked.
Yeah, it's that it's like a parody of that picture, that painting of Venus.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that super famous. Who the fuck painted that painting? It's called The Birth of Venus. That's what that painting is
Yeah.
called. And it was painted
Mhm.
by Sandro Botticelli in the
I was gonna say that.
in the mid 1480s.
And then, yeah, I was gonna
Okay,
say
so-
Botticelli 2 seconds before you said it.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So it's a parody of
I
that
didn't.
painting. Zen
Yeah.
is Venus in the like middle, and then like you have Yusung and Seven
Blowing air
like
at
blowing
him.
air at him, and then Juman is the person like trying to cover him up.
I think that's Jehi.
Is it Jaehee? I can't
I think
remember.
it's Jehi, yeah. I took a screenshot of it, but I don't know, it's somewhere in my computer.
It's somewhere.
Like the
Yeah.
somewhere
Anyway,
in the
I'm
interwebs.
probably gonna like put up all these pictures and stuff. It's gonna take me a long time to edit this episode, but you know it's all worth it. But
Yeah.
I'll put up the pictures we're talking about and stuff. But I remember like when they first announced the DLC, they like blackened out Zen in that picture. They're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, it's a surprise. It's like you can't see what it looks like till we put the DLC in the game," and then I think it was blacked out like before you played it, and then after you played it,
Yeah.
it wasn't blacked out anymore.
It was blacked out until March 31st, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
And on April 1st, like during the period of the event,
Oh yeah,
it
then
was
it wasn't
not
blacked out.
blacked out. It was out there, the full thing, and then when the event was over, they blacked it out again. And if you go into the DLC page, you see it and it's blacked out. You don't see the full image there.
Alright, let me go ahead and pull up the questions that were on Twitter. So, we have question time now. So we went and asked you guys on our Twitter to please ask us questions. Anna, you did ask us some questions before I asked you to be in the episode, but we'll still answer the questions anyway. Okay, so the first set of questions comes from our good friend Gwen. Gwen is a super big otome fan. I think Mystic Messenger is the first otome game she played, and that got her like into all the game. Gwen has played more otome games than like all of us combined, I feel like.
Yep.
She's played so many. She's played like all the Amnesia games, all Caller and Malice.
Oh wow.
She plays Mr. Love. She's played all of Mystic Messenger. She played the Akash game. Like Gwen is like loves otome. Yeah, shout out to Gwen, our friend on the Shoujo Trash Showdown podcast with Gigi. So she asks, have you ever played any other otome type games before Mystic Messenger? I guess I'll go first. Yes, I did. It was a Voltage game.
Oh, yeah.
I played a Voltage game. I can't remember which one it was. I don't remember what the title of it was, but it was the one where like you have to like you come home or something, and like you're forced to live with like one of these like 5 different guys or something. And you have to like pretend that like you're their girlfriend or wife or something. I can't remember, but I remember only doing like one route in that game, and I got like I picked the writer guy, because you could pick like there's like a writer, a lawyer, a cafe guy, some bullshit like that. But that was like my first experience playing like an actual otome game. But that was like in like maybe middle school or like early high school. I stopped playing it because I didn't have money on my iTunes account. And I couldn't pay for the rest of like to unlock the rest of the story, so I was like, well, fuck that. And then you know, because I think at that point I remember I was looking for games like that, like dating sim games, because I was lonely and single and nobody ever asked me out, so
yeah.
I was like super desperate, like I need love. But in terms of before Mystic Messenger, that's the only game I've ever played.
I have a weird story about that. I think ever since Twilight came out, well, actually before Twilight, I had a thing with vampires, and I always try to look for games that had something to do with vampires. Anyway, in Facebook there was back in the day, the Shogwood had the games you could play both on phone and on Facebook. And I found Blood and Roses, and I started playing it, and then I downloaded my phone and started playing more of the Shall We Date games. That was before Mystic Messenger. And I spent a lot of money on that thing.
Oh my god.
But I had like 5, and it was nice. I liked them. I really like the artwork. I have to say that Shall We Date has really nice artwork. And that's what kind of like drew me into it. And they have a nice interface that it wasn't so cluttered. I don't know. Well, I started playing that, and then Mystic Messenger happened, and yeah.
But before Mystic Messenger, that was all you played?
Only Shall We Date games.
Okay.
And yeah.
Chantal, did you play any otome before Mystic Messenger?
I did not. My first one was Mystic Messenger, and that's what made me want to dive into it. But at the same time, I feel like Mystic Messenger had like set the bar up too high for me, that I felt like when I did research for other otome games, I was like, I don't think that's gonna be as fun as Mystic Messenger, because it, like I said, set the bar so high that I was just like, I don't think anything else is gonna beat Mystic Messenger, man.
Erica, did you play any otome games before Mystic Messenger? Well, yeah, you did, because you played it more recently.
Yeah, I played the Code Realize. I played like
Code Realize
series. I've only done one route, and the route I did, I don't know, it's been a while since I've gotten back into it, but I think in that route I got this guy named Saint Germain, and I don't exactly know what happens, but I know that at one point he like drugs you. He takes you to you're in the house, and he drugs you and keeps you in like one of the rooms there. Oh my god, it's been so long. He keeps you captive in there for a while, and then
What the
you
hell?
try to convince him to let you out, and he does. I have all of them that are out right now, but I've only played like one round of the first one.
Did you play anything else besides like Code Realize before that, or
Not that I don't know.
now that you remember, you can recall?
No.
I see. Okay, so we answered that question. Gwen's next question is, we kind of answered this, but it's how did you first find out about Mystic Messenger? Tumblr?
Tumblr.
Twitter.
YouTube.
Okay, so we all have different answers, but you know. So Tumblr, Twitter, and YouTube, basically the main ways that we all found out about Mystic Messenger. Okay, she says, lastly, are you into any other otome games or looking forward to other otome games set to be released? Yes, we are. So I have a few. So currently I'm playing Obey Me, which is a Shall We Date game.
Yeah.
I finished the story for that, like the main story. I'm just trying to get all the like flame thingies you have to get in the game. It's really hard though because I have to level up. I'm playing that. I'm playing Mr. Love because of course we're playing Mr. Love. I am also playing Utano Prince Sama Repeat Love on the Switch. However, it's only in Japanese, so I have to wait for each month of each route to get translated so I can play. So I'm currently on like the 3rd month of Otia's route, which is the first route in the fucking game, and I'm still waiting for them to translate the next month. And I'm playing that. So whenever they do translate a new month, I play that month in the route. But in terms of that, that's what I'm playing right now. And am I looking forward to other otome games? I mean, if there's any other otome games that are similar to like Mystic Messenger or any of the other games I'm playing, I'll look into it if I think it looks cool, or there's no specific titles that I'm like looking for. I mean, I would like all the other Utapri games to be ported to I think the next one's is coming out soon, ported to the Switch, which I'll probably buy and never play. But just to have it.
Okay, am I playing some? I want to try Amnesia again. See if I can finish it because it has a really nice storyline. Also, I want to try Obey Me. I really try to get into it, but like I told you before, it has a very kind of cluttered interface, and it gets overwhelming for me to have so many things in the screen. So that's kind of what put me off, because before Shall We Date has had a very clean interfaces in other games, and that's why I kind of liked their games. But Obey Me kind of put me off because there's so many things to do and there's so many buttons and things, and I couldn't really get to it. But I want to try that one as well. Mr. Love, I haven't even played it at all, so that's one that I want to try. There is one, but it's more LGBT oriented visual novel, not exactly otome, that is called The Arcana. It's based on the major arcana of the tarot cards, right? And it has a really nice storyline. There's 6 characters that you can romance, but it's, like I said, it's very LGBT because your main character, you can use any pronouns, and they make sure that the characters, when you interact with them, use the pronouns that you've chosen, and there's gender fluid characters in the game. It's very, very inclusive, and it's really nice. It has a very, very fun storyline. There's magic and crazy stuff happening, and yeah. Aside from that, no others that I'm playing or want to play.
For me, I just got 2 that I'm playing, which are basically the same ones that Mia's playing. Which is Obey Me. I recently got into that because Mia dragged me into hell for the
I dragged you into literal hell.
Yep. Best decision I made.
Because bruh, come on. They all hot. Literally.
They all are. Yeah.
And then, I knew who she was gonna like too. I'm like, you're gonna like this character.
Yep.
And I was right.
She was right.
Mammon?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. I do like him too. I like Lucifer a little bit more. He's kind of... Is it Lucifer? The headmaster of the school?
Lucifer,
Lucifer, right?
Lucifer's not
or
the
is that
headmaster,
Satan?
but no, that's Diablo.
Yeah.
Diablo?
But
No,
Lucifer is like the right hand man to Diablo.
the right hand man. Yeah, I like him actually a lot.
Lucifer is my favorite for obvious reasons.
Oh yeah,
He's my favorite.
we have the same type.
Yeah,
the
we
same
have the
type,
same
yeah.
type, pretty much. That's why we're best friends.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Chantal. Go ahead.
You're good.
Yes, I'm
playing.
sorry.
You're playing Obey Me and
Baby.
Love.
Mr. Love.
Oh,
That's the one that I am the most obsessed with. That I'm like dying for Mia to catch up because
I
I
know.
don't want to spoil her because a lot of stuff happens with the new chapters and it's all very sad. I came for cute
Yeah.
boys and fun, and all I got was heartbreak.
Yep, that's true.
Miss May 2.0.
Basically, the
Basically.
way that the story is going, it's basically gonna go Mystic Messenger with like a lot more,
Oh boy.
time travel and alternate timelines. It gets really nuts.
I have a bad relationship with time travel and alternate timelines. I blame Endgame.
Oh no.
Speaking of Endgame, if you want to hear our first episode, you can go listen to that.
Flashback.
No,
Just
I should go.
you should. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll link it in the
Yeah.
description and I'll put it in the little box in the corner. Anyway,
I saw this game. I don't know what it's about, but it's called Jack Jean or Jack X Jean or something like that. I don't know what it's about, but it looks interesting. It has something to do with some opera house. That's all I know. It just looks interesting for me. That's all. I don't know. I don't know anything else. Past that.
you're also playing Mr. Love though, right?
Yeah.
But other than that, you're not playing any other game. You're not really like playing anything else. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay, this is Danielle's question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Daddy.
Danielle is
She's a true Gavin stan through and through.
she loves Gavin from Mr. Love, like Chantal does. So her question, because she's played Mystic Messenger too.
She has.
She
And
has.
she loves Zen too.
Good.
Nice.
Yay.
As we all should. Okay, just kidding. So her question is, Mystic Messenger emotes, would you want to be able to use them in real life? Yes.
Yes. Oh
Yep.
yes.
Yes.
I mean, I do.
Yeah, technically she does.
Technically, I do.
How did you make
Because
them?
well, there's this app on the Play Store. I don't know if it exists in the app store for iPhones, but for Android there's this app that allows you to make emojis or stickers from your own pictures. So I have pretty much all the emojis, all the images saved in my phone. I use that app, and I started, kind of converting the images into stickers through that app.
She
and I
sends
have
them. She sends them to me on WhatsApp.
on WhatsApp. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
They don't
Nice.
they don't move, but I mean they're the emotes.
Yeah, they.
You can like.
Yeah.
I feel at this point, if you've played Mystic Messenger as many times as we all have, like you can hear the noises when you see the emotes. You don't have to like actually listen to them.
I can hear Seven's little hello.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Hello. I can hear.
Jagia.
Yes, I can hear Zensei Tagia. I can also hear Yusung crying,
Yeah.
making me silence my phone because it sounds like something not good.
Oh god.
something adult.
Every time I play it, now I have to just plug my headphones, because one time I was playing a chat room and Yusun sent that emote, and everyone in my house was like, "What the hell is that?" And I was
What
like,
are you watching?"
It's a game. It's a game. What kind of game are you playing?"
Which route is it when Yusung sends like a bunch of those emojis at one time?
Oh
Like one
god.
after
Oh,
another?
I think
It
it's during the
takes
kimchi
years.
one too.
I don't know. He
He's
does
like-
that a lot.
Yeah.
He'll like spam the same emote and then you just hear the crying sound like a bunch of different times, and it's just
Every-
like, oh god.
Every time Seven trolls him, I think he
uses
spams
it.
it.
I know he
So
uses it a
embarrassing.
lot after Jumin calls his mom.
Why did they make Yusung's crying emoji sound like?
It must have been really weird for his voice actor to
I
do
know,
that.
to be like But yes, I think we would all use them in real. I would want my own emojis. Make me my own emoji, Seven. Come on.
Yeah.
Why doesn't
I think it would
MC
be fu-
have her own emojis?
Yeah, it would be fun if MC had her emojis.
They just wouldn't make any noise. Give MC her emojis, Seven.
Yes.
So next we have Anna's questions, which she's here, but we're gonna answer them anyway. Okay, so your first question was, what's your favorite moment in Mizmi from any route? Like favorite moment, not phone call or chat room, but like moment.
No, just like moment. I mean, I think a good one is like you said in Sen's route when he and Jimin talk in the mountains and they make up and everything. I think that's a good moment. And it's one of my favorites, definitely.
Yeah.
Send all your zoom in pics all your zoom in fanfics to Anna.
To me, my Twitter at Anna Lulz.
Yes. But I'll put you in the description, so don't worry.
Yes.
We'll follow you.
Yes. Yes.
I think my favorite moment is when Ray Seran is like going a little crazy because you know how MC is like trying to push him to accept basically both sides and get him to see the reality of what Rika is. And he kind of like has a moment where he kind of breaks down and he like goes into Ray mode and he's just like, oh shit, like I regret everything I'm doing. I'm so sorry I tortured you. I'm so sorry I didn't feed you. Like his voice actor did such a phenomenal job there. Because he just sounds like just nuts and it's full of regret. He's just like yelling and screaming and he just bolts out of there.
Oh yeah, that is a good one.
So that's when he starts to change a little bit.
I also like I mean, we talk about the CG, but the whole scene of MC hugging V in that moment when you're telling him, "Come on, you deserve to be loved." I think that's also a good moment.
I know, because
in
you're
the
like
game.
you're like in the little garden or whatever, and it's at nighttime and it's really pretty outside, and it's like
Yeah.
a very intimate moment, but it's really sad. The look on his face too, where it just looks like he's like, no, I don't deserve any love, and it's just like, no, V,
Yeah. You do.
you do. Let me love you.
Let me love you.
I love you.
The scene with Zen at the rooftop. I mean, we
Yes, no, I was-
also mentioned that with the CG, but that is a good scene.
I was gonna say,
it's so
yeah.
sweet.
I was gonna say I really love that one. I remember like the very first time I played that route. I think that part is what like made me fall in love with Zen. Was
Me
like
too.
how vulnerable he is. Because you're the only two people there and he feels comfortable talking to you about what's going on in his head, and like just him telling you like asking, can I hold your hand, is like the, oh my god, it's like that gave me like goosebumps the first time I read it. Because I'm like, it felt so real. I was like, oh my god, he's asking me to like hold his hand. Like, I really want to.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
smile.
and then he's like, and then he gets all embarrassed and it's just like, oh my gosh, like, I made this boy blush.
He totally poked up on her.
Yeah, totally. Okay, well, that's also why he like kicks you out, because he's like, if
like,
I
nope.
keep holding your hand,
Nope.
if you stay here any longer and you keep holding my hand, you're not gonna leave. we're gonna be in my room the whole time. And then at that point I was like, okay.
Yeah. I was like, please take me.
I was down. I was so down in that moment.
I was like, I don't want to leave. At that moment, like, I
exactly.
think for a lot of people was like, I don't want to leave. I want to stay with you. And that's the moment that made a lot of people fall in love with Sam, because you see him at his most vulnerable. That's pretty beautiful, man.
It's good. I love it so much.
Yeah.
That's why I've played his route like a bajillion times. So I get to that part.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other routes where I really liked certain moments.
I like when Seven fixes the cat.
Oh
He
yeah,
finally stops being stupid.
yeah. And then it looks much nicer when he
It does.
rebuilds it.
Yeah.
And he's actually like sincerely sorry for ruining it, and he's like, here, like, you can have it again. Like, that CG is really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I like in Yu Sung's route when he comes back and like, you know, his eyes all fucked up. But he still
Yeah.
comes to the party, and that's when he kind of like becomes more assertive. And he basically like, you know, is like, no, I'm gonna love you, and I want to be with you, and I'm not gonna like hold back how I feel. And that's when like when he kisses you and stuff at the party. Like I remember, because that was the first round I played, and that was the first ending I got. So I remember like sobbing, bawling when that happened, because I was like, oh my god, he's okay. He's okay, and he came back for me, and he loves me, and he wants to be with me. Also, I think a really great moment is his after ending, when
his after ending.
When you find out he became a veterinarian, because that's what he's studying in college. He became a veterinarian, and then you're married to him, and then he tells you like, well, once I get my eye surgery, I can see how pretty you are with both of my eyes. It's just like, oh my gosh. Such a cute moment. Such a cute moment.
Yeah.
It's full of love, and I love it.
Erica, do you have any moments that we haven't mentioned already?
No, because you mentioned them.
Oh,
The
we did.
Top one was my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
We got them all.
It's such a good moment, man. Like, I know when you were playing it, once you got to that part, I was like, oh, Erica, you're gonna love this part. And I assume...
You weren't wrong.
I was gonna say, I assume you did love that part. It's so good.
Because I told you after, you said, tell me what happens, like, when you get to that spot. And, like, I told you why.
Yeah, because that's my favorite part of his route. Also, again, when I think another really good moment in Zen's route, which I guess we can talk about also, is when he finally like kisses you, like the night before the party.
Oh yeah, it's so satisfying.
Yeah, it's super satisfying when he basically is like, you know, I love you, and I'm not gonna leave you, and I just want you to be with me like forever. And then like he kisses you, and it's just like it's like the anticipation was like building up to that moment, because you're staying with Zen at that point,
and he's like, I'm gonna control my boner this time.
Yeah. He does. He's a good boy. And then and then if you call him like that night, that's when you get the Cinderella call. I'm trying to think, is there any moments in Druin's route that I liked?
I can think of a few, but they go into I mean, I love how kind of petty he is when Sarah comes into his apartment demanding to plan the wedding, and he literally kisses MC right in front of her face.
Yes,
it's like it's petty, but I love it.
Yeah,
Screaming like fuck yeah.
It was a good fuck you to Sarah.
Yeah,
because then he like opens his eyes and like looks at her like, what now, bitch?
That's such a power move, man.
Yeah, that's like that's definitely a power move. That's a big dick energy move right there.
Yeah, I have another favorite, but that kind of goes into the bad end side of the question. So
yeah, I guess we can move on to that question, which is, have you done the bad ends? No, I have not.
I did.
I have.
I only do good ends here. I don't want to get any bad endings.
I did unintentionally, because 7 was a bitch to get through.
What did you think of that bad end? How was it?
Man, it was frustrating because like one of his bad ends, he kind of gives up after you fall on top of him, and he just kind of gives in. It's just like, well, all right, let's just run away together then. And they just kind of pack up their stuff and leave. Don't say anything. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh.
And then there's the other one where I can't remember what day it happens, but I think it's in day 7. Because at that point, I got so frustrated with 7's route that I just started putting like random answers that you actually get kidnapped by Saran. And he takes some pictures and sends them to 7.
Oh shit.
Oh, I think I got that one too.
And I remember when I got that one, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I didn't mean
I was like, the one that I like, actually, and it's probably the only bad end that I actually like, It's in Jumin's route. I think after the first branch, I'm not sure if it's a bad end or a bad relationship end. I never understood the difference, but at some point, MC and Sarah Choi get into a kid fight,
Oh yes.
and Jumin literally watches them fight eating popcorn.
Yes.
This is awesome. I love it. I love you, Jumin. And I enjoyed that one, but it's probably the only one that I actually liked.
It's hilarious
Yeah.
because he's like, let me just go get some popcorn right now.
Yeah.
Because he's enjoying the whole thing happening.
Seriously, dude, you're going to eat popcorn. They're tearing each other apart, and you're eating popcorn. It's really good.
If I'd seen that, I probably would have chose that as my favorite moment.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can choose
That's
any
also
of the bad ends I've seen as like a favorite, because I don't. It's a bad ending. I don't want a bad relationship or a bad ending. I want a good ending.
One of Zen's like where you both get captured and he does like some sort of like play or something like that.
Yeah, like Sedan
Oh,
captures
yes.
him and he like forces him to like. Doesn't he force him to like act for the cult?
he
like
brainwashes him, basically. I think at some point he gets the elixir, and
Oh, no.
he makes Sen believe that his only purpose is to act for Mintai. And at some point, Sen is starting to kind of break out of that brainwashing, and he knows there's something wrong, but he can't really figure out what it is. The CG is pretty good.
Yeah, that's one of the only CGs
Mhm.
that I want to get, but then I would have to get a bad ending, and I don't want to get a bad ending. with Zen.
Yeah, it's awful. It left me really feeling weird and iffy. They do give you an insight into the characters. I mean, the most popular one is the 50 Shades of Jumin. People see it and think it's kinky or whatever, and it's not. I don't like it personally, but yeah, I can see how that could happen.
Isn't the ending you've been trying to get with Jumin the one where MC jumps out the window?
Yeah, that's the one that I've been trying to get that I haven't been able to. He's not letting me jump. There's a moment when I think V comes to Jimin's apartment, and basically at that moment MC uses that distraction to get to the window. But there's no CG, I don't think.
Then I guess I made it up in my head.
Probably.
But I know that's the ending you can get.
There's also one that is also possible to get after V comes for you. He takes you back to the apartment, and basically Unknown comes into the apartment after V leaves, and he blows you up. The using ones, there's one where I think he also gets captured by Seren
Yeah.
in Mintai, and he's basically forced to do whatever Seren wants, just to make sure. Like, he has MC hostage, and Yusung is forced to do what's Unknown wants to keep MC from being hurt by Unknown, or something like that. I can't remember very well, but it was really awful as well. The Jehi ones, they're awful in the sense that she just degrades in her health and in her situation with Jimin. I mean, at some point, in one of them, she ends up in the hospital from overworking, and I think she also loses her job for being in the hospital. After that, I haven't actually finished doing all of them because I'm still stuck with Jimin.
Still trying to jump out that window.
It's still trying to jump out the window. I've been trying to jump the window for a year and a half, I think, and I still can't jump. I know he won't let me jump out the window. I know there's one with like that awful one with V, where basically MC manipulates him and he takes photographs of her with other people.
Yeah. That's in the
And I'm
in
like,
V's route,
yeah.
right?
in this route, yes. And I was like,
I
yeah,
remember
no,
seeing
I don't
that
want
that's
it.
I remember seeing that that's one of the bad endings and being like, what the fuck? Like, what kind of
So
MC is that? That's not the MC that I want to be with. I would
yeah,
never
it's
I would never want to manipulate anybody. Especially at
yeah,
that point. It's like
it's so fucked up. It's I mean, she basically becomes another Rika with V, and he's so he's I think he's so caught up in MC thinking that she's better than Rika in that ending, but she's not, and he just does whatever she wants, and it's just Rika 2.0, and it's terrible, really. I'm a completionist, so I'm not going to be at peace until I have all the CGs and all the guests and all the calls and all the messages and everything you can get.
I know Yusan can go yandere mode too as one of
Oh
the bad
yes,
endings.
yeah. Oh god, that one is also it's so weird.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, man.
He's yeah, he goes yandere. There's one where he literally goes, "You are Rika." You know that meme with that he goes. Then he calls MC Rika. Yeah, well, that happens in a bad end. He's so caught up in his obsession with Rika, and to get that, you have to encourage him to call you Rika, and he at some point basically starts calling you Rika.
Speaking of Rika, your next question was, what do you think of Rika's DLC? Don't know, don't care, didn't play it, and never will.
Fuck that bitch.
No, thank you.
Okay, and your final question, Anna, was, who's your ultimate favorite from the game? Well, I think it's obvious for me. Zen is my ultimate favorite. He's my ultimate, one of my ultimate husbandos, if not the ultimate husbando for me. I love him. I will love him for the end of time. If I do ever get an actual boyfriend, he's gonna have to live with the fact that I have a Zen pillow and Zen is my 2D husbando forever. There's no compromises, no ifs, ands, or buts. Zen stays.
He's a package deal.
Yes, he is a
It's a
package
package
deal.
deal.
All my husbandos are a package deal.
We've talked about it. Definitely for me, Stan and V. It's kind of a tie, though. V comes a little bit further ahead because I just want to love him, man. I want to wrap him in blankets and give him a hot chocolate and tell him I love him.
I would have to agree with Anna. I agree. Like what I've heard, what like you say about V, I would fall in love with him. And
Yeah. Zen. Yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Oh, for me, it's 7, obviously, because I love my boy, him being a little shit, and the rest of the routes.
Yeah.
I went through all that trouble, got all the bad endings, got the good ending and the normal ending. So,
He's gonna love me.
You're devoted.
I am devoted.
I feel like we can all agree if any of these characters were real, we would be with them.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I mentioned before, if Zen was real, I would have a boyfriend right now. Most definitely.
I think Yusong is a close second, though, for me, too. Probably because, he was like the first route that I did. And then, like, his after ending, his Valentine's ending.
I know, it's so cute.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
Like, it's
So
just
cute.
a huge fluff fest, and I'm like, oh, you would make such a good husband in real life.
And it's so good to see how he matures from being this kind of boy. He's still a little boy at
he's
the
like
beginning of the game.
He's still really naive and like gullible.
And naive, and he's immature basically. And as things progress, you see him grow and become the man that he's supposed to be, and he's cute and sweet, and he's such a darling, really. Yeah, I think he could be a third for me.
I would say he's probably like a third for me as well, because I think V is probably my second favorite. Anyone else have any other questions, comments, concerns?
I think that's everything.
I think so too. Dang, we talked a lot.
Yeah,
I know.
we did.
You know what? It's worth it though, because it's Mystic Messenger, and again, it's coming back into popularity. I feel like a lot of new people are playing it that never played it before.
I think the webtoon has helped a lot.
Yes, okay, that's something else I wanted to talk about was the webtoon. It's basically the same story, but they've changed a little bit. MC has short hair, and I don't like it.
It's Cherit's approved, but it's not Cherit's done.
Yeah.
It's someone else has done it, and Cherit said, "Okay, go ahead." And they've taken some liberties with it, I guess.
I don't
haven't
like
seen
her.
it.
I don't like her short hair.
Yeah,
It
no.
looks really
Yeah.
good. It hasn't the official English translation hasn't come out yet.
Mm.
It should have come out already, but
Yeah.
it hasn't.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're waiting. We will definitely share it though when it finally comes out officially translated, so we can all
Oh
read
god,
it.
yes.
I've read
Yeah.
little snippets here and there of like what people have been saying or is happening
Mm-hmm.
in the recent like chapters and stuff. It's interesting. Again,
Yeah.
they've taken some liberties. Like certain people are now childhood friends, which is weird to me, but okay.
Mm.
Who?
Apparently, I think they made Juman and Zen childhood friends or
What?
something. Yeah, I know. I'm like, what the
What?
fuck?
That's what I said.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know if that's true or not. I didn't see it. I saw someone say it on Twitter. I don't know if that's true or
Web-
not.
Webtoon person, have you played the game?
I do like that they do give like MC like an actual backstory as to like why
Yeah.
you're in the apartment, how you got there, like why no, because I feel like a big loophole that a lot of people have pointed out with the game when it first came out and stuff is like, okay, but like if I'm the main character, how come none of my family or none of my friends like
Yeah.
care where the hell I am or have asked where I am? Like, aren't there missing posters of me somewhere?
Yeah.
Like I just disappeared one
Mm.
day and I'm
Why
trapped
is
in
no
this
one
apartment.
questioning the fact that she suddenly moved somewhere else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's inside this apartment
And like
24/7.
and gets a new job for some reason. And like, is she getting
Yeah.
paid to do this? Is she how does she get food? Where like, you know, she's stuck in this apartment all day. She's gonna run out of food. So, I mean, it's 11 days,
Yeah,
but
like-
still, nobody comes looking
Yeah.
for you from your like past life, like your parents or your friends
Yeah.
or something. So they gave her a backstory, which I appreciate that. You know, there's a reason why.
I do like that in the webcomic. She's not fully locked down into the apartment. She can go out. I know there's a scene where she meets V at a cafe, I think.
Ooh.
So she can go out. Basically, she crosses paths with everyone on the first episode, and she has no idea.
Yeah, I've seen those
Mhm.
parts. And,
And
okay, and I will say this person draws all these characters really good.
They all look
Yeah.
so cute.
they look so cute.
Zen-
Zen looks so
Zen
hot.
looks so hot. Oh my god, he looks so good.
They made Yusung
Me
look a
too.
lot more mature too.
Yeah.
I want to smash my face in between Zen's titties.
Oh my god. Yes. God, he's huge.
Yeah,
so
he's like,
huge
oh
and
my
he's
god.
big.
Oh my god. Okay, if I find
He's-
pictures
he-
or screenshots,
I
I'll
think-
send
I
them
think-
to you.
I think his neck is the size of my thigh.
Oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ.
Oh my god. They made him look so hot.
He's
Oh
so
my God.
hot and thick, and yes, I love it. I'm all for it,
Oh my
but I
God.
want the English translation already.
Me too.
Another thing about the webtoon that I've seen, well, there's the MC backstory. They all look really good as well.
Yeah, everybody looks good.
Everybody looks good. They do try to explain some of the plot holes that the game has, which is good.
We will show you and send you. We will post the official links and stuff when that stuff does come out officially.
Mhm.
So everyone can enjoy it. But yeah, I think
Yeah, it's
that's
so good.
I think that's one of the big reasons why a lot of people are now playing the game, because they see the
Mm-hmm.
webtoon and then they're like, oh, there's a game. It's based off of a game. That's cool. Oh, it's an otome game. Those are really popular right now. A lot of the same people are playing like the same games that we're playing right now, and they're like, well,
Yeah, and
we played Messenger.
a lot of people are also starting to play it again because of nostalgia. Like, oh my god, I miss these games, the
Yeah.
3 AM chat rooms and stuff like that, and they're playing again. So that helps, I think, a lot. I remember when it was like the top game on Tumblr.
We've all said what we need to say about Mystic Messenger.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Race after ending, please,
Yes, please give us Rise
And-
After Ending Cheddits.
Please.
and Vatterwood Root.
Please.
Mm.
Stop
Please.
updating the CGs that are already good. Give me the old cat
Yeah.
CG back.
Take away Rika's DLC.
Yeah. Fuck,
I don't give a fuck about it.
fuck that
Take
bitch.
everything Rika related away.
Yeah. Give me my KCG with V. I'm gonna cry.
Okay, well,
Look, it's not fair.
well, I guess that wraps it up, guys. Anna, thank you for joining us as our
Yes,
special
thank
guest.
you so much.
It was awesome.
It was
Thank
fun.
you guys for having me.
Yeah. It was so nice to meet you.
Nice to
know.
meet you too.
I know you should come out on more episodes as our guest.
Yes.
should.
Yes.
Oh yes, I would love to.
Perfect. Good, because you know what? Next is my pick, and I've picked.
Which is.
Well, hold on.
Which is
Oh
boy,
Okay, chill. Hold on, wait. so
oh boy.
so again, yeah, thank you guys for listening. If you've never played Mystic Messenger, what the fuck is wrong with you? How did you listen to this entire fucking episode? We spoiled most of the game for you, so please go play the game if you haven't played it already. It's free to download on Android and Apple. You know, you do make in-game purchases, but you don't have to pay to download the app or anything like that. Super fun. It's super fun. When the webtoon comes out officially in English, we'll definitely share links for you guys to enjoy it. Enjoy a different kind of retelling of the story of the game. And, you know, if you guys have any other questions, comments, concerns about Mystic Messenger, you can go ahead and put those in the comment section below. Let us know what you thought of this episode. It's been a long time coming. We're so happy to finally be recording it. But next is going to be my pick, and we're finally going to be watching a K-drama. Oh my god.
Yay!
Woo!
And the K-drama I have chosen was the first K-drama I ever watched. And I've watched it about 5 or 6 times at this point.
I watched it with you.
Yes, Anna watched it with me one of those times. It's called Fated to Love You. It's the Korean version because there is a Taiwanese version of this. The Korean version is based off the Taiwanese version. But it's a K-drama that came out in 2014. And it's one of the best shows I've ever watched. Like, I love this show so much. I love the characters. I love the setting. I love the story. Lots of drama, lots of crying. So
Yay.
Be ready for that. You can watch Fated to Love You on Rakuten Viki. You can only watch it with the subscription though. So
Boo!
I know it sucks, but I have a subscription, so it's all
I'm
good.
gonna get mine back.
It's 20 episodes, so it's not too long. If you start watching it like now, at least us when we're recording this, if you start watching it
Are they
now,
like an hour each?
yeah, it's like an hour long each.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch 2 episodes per day, you can finish in
Yeah.
probably a week, maybe
Yeah.
a week and a half.
It's a good show. I mean, I don't know why you would want to stop watching it because the story gets so good as the show goes on. You remember watching
It's
that
called-
with me.
It's called Sleep and Food, Mia.
What?
It's called Sleep and Food.
Sleeping food.
That's why you stop watching it, to sleep and eat.
Oh, true. But it's the first K-drama I ever watched because one of my other best friends introduced it to me. She was like, you have to watch this show, and I watched it. And it has a special place in my heart. I love the main characters. The 2 leads actually starred in a K-drama like 10 years before with each other and played love interests with each other. They played like, I don't know, like high school students, like age students, or like college age, I forget, but they were a lot younger. And then like 10 years later they played these other characters that fall in love with each other. So it's really good, and I fucking love all the characters. The story is so good, so I'm really excited. Again, it's called Fated to Love You. You can watch it on Viki legally with a subscription. Again, you can finish it in like a week. So, and we're all still on quarantine lockdown, so you have time to watch the whole thing on a free trial for Viki.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It used
And
to be
that's the good thing about Korean shows, that they're pretty short, so you can finish them pretty
Yeah.
quickly.
you used to be able to watch it on Netflix, but they took it off of Netflix, and I have not seen it return to Netflix in a while.
Boo.
So-
Boo, Netflix, boo.
So yeah, but that's the show we're gonna be watching next. I'm so
Yay.
excited. Again, this was my first K-drama, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Enough of that. I think we're all done here. Again, Anna, thank you for joining us as our special guest. Please come back. If you want to come back for the next episode, you're more than welcome to.
Oh, yes.
We would love to have you for our Faded
sure.
especially since you've seen it already.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We would love to have you back.
Yeah, I'd love to be back. Yeah, it was fun.
Super
Have a lot of things to say about Mystic Messengers. So maybe we could do part 2, maybe.
I know, right? We could do a part 2.
Right?
If you want to check out any of our past episodes, go ahead and look on our YouTube channel. Please subscribe if you already haven't. We have a Twitter. Please go follow us on Twitter because we do ask for your questions there. You can reply to. Yeah, is there anything else you guys want to say before we leave?
Well, I just want to say that I'm happy to be back. It's been a while for me. So, like,
yes,
I'm
welcome
happy
back,
to be
Erica.
Yeah, this was fun.
Thanks for having me. I hope I can come back. Sorry for my awkward English. I am not a native speaker.
Your English is
Your English is good.
It was good.
I don't know. I feel like I hear myself. I sound weird, but anyway, that's just my own hang-ups about my speaking English. Thank you for having me. I hope I can come back. And next time you have Marvel, please call me.
Okay, we will. Don't worry.
I won't let Mia forget. I promise.
Don't
Yes,
worry.
we won't. We won't
Yeah.
never forget.
It was 707's fault Mystic Messenger was down that one day.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely his fault.
Yes.
Okay, and with that, again, we'll see you guys next month. Have a good rest of your day, everybody. Stay safe, please. Stay inside.
Yes.
Don't do anything stupid. Except maybe find a abandoned phone with a weird app on it. Maybe you can do that. Fall down the rabbit hole for that. Okay. We'll see you guys later. So see you next month. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.